Nice.
Welcome to the late edition of Chaos Chamber, where we pick up after a particularly dramatic session, and one that I'm quite excited about, and was, although it killed me that I missed Echo Chamber. But we are picking up in a at a moment, a big moment nonetheless. So interesting, a pivot point within the campaign, a pivot point within the party. So I'm excited, glad everyone's going to be here, and we'll see tonight. With that said, jump into the recap. Last session, as you were scouring the Eye of the Allfather after so long, battling the uh, lizard-like beasts that you encountered in the southernmost room, and despite having a fierce bite to them and pretty gigantic size, were able to push them away with relative ease, the party becoming fairly epic these days. The bite was no match for the tools that you had available to you. With a quick banishment of one, taking out the small ones with ease before the other one came back, and just unleashing a parade of volleys upon them and wiping them out quick. At which point you found the missing axe belonging to the frost giant statue leaning up against the table, and bringing it to the north before quickly evaluating the lower floor of the northernmost room, running across a little issue with a Indiana Jones style hidden boulder trap that squashed a few party members a bit before being pushed back up from the golem-like statue back to its original hiding place, and finding a series of bedrooms up there, and then briefly exploring a northernmost hallway, a second floor, but realizing that there was probably nothing important up there, and you were just being distracted with a silvery shiny thing, and deciding to leave that for another time. At which point you guys had to come back to the main room and head to the other side of the gate, the puzzle that you were attempting to solve. And so, in completing the puzzle, setting off no more booby traps, to my disappointment, you open the portal to this secondary location. The fog cloud cleared amongst the gateway, and you were able to step through, and stepping into a room with full-size statues of the 6 giant lords. In the center, you saw a representative of Amon, a human-like being of him, allowing you to commune in some form or fashion with the gods, allowing yourself 6 questions, though you did get an extra one since that one could not be answered, so you got a 7, and finding out a lot of key details and lore as you did so, asking some pretty strong questions, realizing that the the person behind the person behind the veil was the sisters. However, pulling the strings was the blue dragon Imrith, who you'd heard whispers of multiple times in the past, but now formally introduced as the one that has triggered this whole giant battle and has been pulling the strings behind the scenes, tricking 2 of the sisters in some form or another, manipulating them, and only a third sister could be trusted and utilized, and that Hecaton's still alive but unknown where, as well as a few other key details and plot points to move things forward. The puzzle's starting to put itself together. However, the ominous warning with each answer came: the doom is aware, the doom is approaching, the doom is here. And making the connection of the doom of the desert, Imrith herself, the puppet master of this whole thing, approaching. And whenever you finally left the protection of this hexagonal room, this chamber that allowed you to commune with the gods, entering a bit of a chaotic scene with Asug in terror as you hear booming at the gate, aware that the doom that Imrith herself likely hear smashing the stones that you left behind, and you can hear them shattering from behind as the party realized that they needed to flee to get the item that was useful to them in the second room to the north, finding a way to get out of there and get a teleportation circle, or some way to get out of this trapped hall, which had no exits that you were aware of anywhere else except to the north. And as you began making your way up there, the door flying open, Warwick shooting off a fog cloud, followed by a second fog cloud, both which dispelled, buying you a little bit of time, though, as you could hear the shadows rapidly approaching just at the footsteps, nipping at the heels of the Phandalin Phive, and a few of them ahead of the others, Harshnag and Amrook lagging behind. And as you got through the gates, jumped up the stairs, a couple of you making it to the second floor, Amrook separating from the group, breaking to the left instead of the right up the stairs, hiding behind the wall, Harshnag lagging behind, watching. It's then that through the shadows, you could hear and feel the hulking beast approach the door, And the first thing you see is the piercing blue eyes glowing, showing through the doorway, reaching out to you. And as it approached the door in rapid form, Rook, having grabbed the bag of holding from Griswold as he went, you see him rapidly dumping out the gear, dumping it out from his trusty haversack as well. Harshnag watching back, watching on, curious, worried, scared. The rest of you heading up the stairs. It's then you see Amrook turn and look towards the stairs for those of you that were available. And we're going to pick up right there. The chaos ensue. So, I'm going to continue my monologue here, despite the fact that we're out of the recap. Picking up at this individual point, let me move you guys over. However, do not move any of your characters at this particular point. Let the massive map load for you. It's reloading for me. So we at the end of the second turn, everyone had their opportunity to move except for Harshnag, who had held his action, and Amrook, who had looped around the corner. I'm going to shift click you guys. Let me know when everybody has loaded.
I'm good.
Yep.
All loaded.
Okay.
I'm here.
So, Griswold, Asug, and Harshnag are those that can see this, while the rest of you are ripping up the stairs. Siddle, Reed, Althea, Warwick, already up top, hearing the chaos behind you, knowing that everyone is approaching quickly. Griswold, you momentarily turn. You're not sure what initially tells you to do so. Perhaps it's the beginning of the scream that you later recall from Harshnag. Perhaps it's just a sense of some sort. Asug, following your look, looks back as well. As you see, hidden behind the corner from Imrith, and just barely visible to the group, Amrook, holding 2 empty bags, having mysteriously dumped all of this out in front of him, creating a mess. You start to worry, is he crazy? Is he losing his mind? What is he doing? And in that split second that you turn to look at him, you see him take a deep breath, close his eyes for a moment. You think you might see a tear of some sort, but in this instantaneous glance, it's tough to tell, but you definitely see a somber, maybe a little scared, but determined Amrook. And as he rips around the corner, staring down these piercing blue eyes, Imrith's face becomes available. You see the terror of this blue dragon, the scales glistening, the teeth wide open. It almost looks like its mouth is in a smile as the saliva is dripping down. Imrith watching each of you, her blue eyes gazing, bouncing between each of her victims, taking a step closer as Amrook leans down and leaps towards Imrith. And you, for momentarily, can't believe it. And in that moment, Harshnag, realizing what's going to happen, you hear the Amrook, no! As he attempts to turn, move his momentum back, leaping, reaching out to grab Amrook in his mid-leap. Amrook, however, well-trained, knowledgeable about his technique in the air, manages a mid-air avoidance, slipping out of Harshnag's reach. Harshnag unable to stop him. At which point Amrook continues his tear. You almost see a momentarily surprised Imrith as he leaps through the doorway onto Imrith's back. And in that moment, as he takes both of these bags, holding them up empty, he looks towards the group, towards Harshnag, Asug, Griswold. Amrook, anything you want to say?
Yeah, so I rolled a d12 to see how many words I get in. Just to keep it full random, I would look towards Grizz, Harsh, and who else is on the steps there?
Asug.
Oh, okay. I would look towards them and just, same look, the somber, teary-eyed, but determined face, and I would say, "Come find me in the," and that would be all I'd get out.
And so as you hear Amrook saying this, you see a bit of terror in his face, but the resolve still there. Harsh still reaching mere feet away from Imrith. Imrith, in a momentary attempt to turn, Amrook takes that bag, and you see him place one in the other. And it makes no sense to you as he does so, until you see something begin to glisten. Some silvery pool rapidly opening up, expanding, some volumetric space that is out of the blue, and you can almost sense and feel the pull, the attraction into this central singularity. And as you do it, you see Amrook with a brief nod as he gets sucked in, disappearing before your very eyes. And Imrith, despite her size, her gigantism, you see her momentarily, her head pulled back first, based on the placement of this, the neck unable to strain, her claws pulling into the ground, ripping into the stone. You can see the grooves being left as the entire weight of her body, pulled in, also disappear before your very eyes. Harshnag, within the vicinity, you see him fighting it. He was moving in that direction, the momentum carrying him. He seems to be pulled. He's trying to hold himself on the door. You see his feet begin to leave the ground. He seems to be fighting back before his arms let out, also pulled away. And just like that, in the blink, the light goes out, the portal clears, the space goes dark and quiet. The space, despite scattered with numerous items, is empty.
Way to go, asshole. Now we gotta find you and Harshnag.
I mean, I didn't know about the Harshnag part. Sorry, guys. I thought I was going to get to play Harsh today. That's all.
The dice were not in your favor. I was leaving the fate up to the dice. Let me take a quick peek into the DM screen here, just to let everyone know. Previous to this, whenever Amrook turned left, I did not quite know what he was doing at that individual point. Harshnag had intended to lean back and stay behind the group. He did ready his action to be the last one there, so that's why he had saved it. So this wasn't a between session adjustment. That was his plan. As far as getting sucked in, that was entirely up to the dice on whether or not he would be pulled in. But we will go with that. And yeah, the rest of you still tearing up the stairs. You guys almost don't recognize Cyril, Althea, Keldrum. The momentary change to dead silence down below sends a bit of an ominous feel through you, but you don't quite recognize the reason for the change in that moment. But you did hear the Amrook no echo through the hallways. And with that, go ahead, Keldrum.
Yeah, no, there's definitely a quiet, a stillness in the air.
I would assume a portal opening and collapsing you'd be able to hear it as well. You'd hear that echo.
It would suck the fucking atmosphere from that area out too. You'd hear the cavitation from fucking mile away.
That is a good point. We'll go with that. I'm gonna give you that because of the physics behind it here. So yeah, you guys sense the something happened down below, this booming noises before silence occurred, and I mean, it was battle. You had a dragon ripping through this tunnel using its wings, so you heard the whoo whoo whoo, Amrook no whoo, sucked in, dead silence. So it was chaos, and it just dropped off in a momentary heartbeat and a boom.
I got a little teary. Great description, G.
I'll stop running. I'll holler up to the others. Stop! And I'll turn. Grizz, what the hell just happened?
I'm literally like booking it down the stairs.
Osug's still heading up. He doesn't know what the fuck happened. He's out.
And I'm gonna run back too, having heard all this shit.
And I'm just Amrook, Harshnag, and I not believing what I saw. I mean, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna run around, but like I'll have run down to where like in between the statues, looking.
Because all of our shit's in a pile right here, right?
Yeah, there is a huge. There's a garage sale basically
like
sitting
here,
right there.
734 scimitars.
Did one of the bags make it, or did they both get destroyed? Just curious.
Let's find out.
Please, for the love of God.
You see no sign of either bag.
Oh shit!
Oh, we're leaving stuff.
Way to go, asshole! You ruined both our bags of holding.
Oh fuck!
Ruined a fantastically good bag of holding, haversack. Now we gotta find you and Harshnag. Way to go, asshole!
At least you get your lives.
So I'll look down and see that.
I can't tell if that's Caldrum actually being pissed or Eric.
No, that's me.
Can I do like an investigation, arcana, something or other check to see if I see the pile of all of our crap. Harshnag, Amrook, and the dragon that was chasing us are all fucking gone. Can I do a check to see if I can figure out what the fuck happened?
Yeah, so you didn't you didn't see what happened yet, and Griswold hasn't described it to you. So give me the Arcana check for trying to recognize what the Arcana or investigation, depending on how you want to investigate, either physically look or magically look. Your call.
Reed.
All right.
I assume you guys are talking, so Reed would have come back down the steps as well. He probably
man,
wouldn't go all
who's,
the way down, but he'd be like right here.
So I'm gonna give you control of Reed, Amrook.
I have control, but he's in another room, so I can't bring him down here. That's what I was.
Oh, all right. Yep. Let me bring him over.
17 on investigation.
Thank you, sir.
And you use the standard investigation. Yeah, as you're looking around, you notice the signs. You're not entirely unused to some form of portals, planar existence. I mean, you studied this a little bit back in your historical days. You don't remember it, but you recognize it. There's something deep in your mind that still recognizes signs of this type of action. So you recognize some type of portal or some type of dimensional shift. Just based on the signs, something formed here and has since disappeared.
Grizz,
I'm
what
gonna
the hell happened? See what happened?
I
I'm
should
gonna
also say you
cast-
see the claw marks in the door or in the ground.
I'm gonna cast Sending to Amrook, and I'm just gonna do this kind of in a panic here.
All right, and Caldrum asked Griswold if he saw anything.
Hearing everything, I would stop what I was doing and immediately Dimension Door.
Here's my message.
What did you do? What did you do, Ray?
I would probably Dimension Door right by the middle statue to the right of it.
All right, I'll tell you what. While you're doing that, Siddle, why don't you give me a D20 roll? And since it's a 5% chance, anything but a nat 1 succeeds.
I like that way to do it. I was thinking you go with D100.
I thought about it. I figured that was easier. Oh, beautiful. I almost did it the other way. D20 doesn't succeed. Whew. So, as far as you're aware, you send this off in the distance, and not sure if Amrook is even still alive to give you an answer.
But I guess I wouldn't know until I got a response, right?
Yeah, you sent this out into the world not knowing is what the hell is Amrook even able to respond to this? Will I even hear from him?
I assume Grizz would describe it.
Yeah. In the meantime, I don't know what happened. Amrook was coming along, and Amrook had asked me for the bag of holding, and I saw him put that into his another bag, and then a portal opened and sucked him, Imrith, and Harshnag into it. I've never seen this before.
Hold on, let me check something. I'm going to pull out a book that I have, and I'm just going to start flipping through it. Can I do an Arcana check?
Yes.
And with me flipping through that book, I'm giving myself some guidance.
Okay.
I don't know why it rolled with advantage. Oh, because I have advantage on. So just take the first one. 18.
Gotcha. And you were doing what with the Arcana? What are you gonna do here?
Like hearing what he did. Do I find anything in my notes about what what he did.
With a 17, actually, you will just beat it. I was gonna go back or the 18. Sorry. Yeah, you managed to find some notes. They're lightly scribbled. There's nothing in depth here in it. However, you do recognize with that there are warnings that you've had previously of combining something like this, the bag of holding, these miniature portals of some type, these spatial adjustment type spells, and that crossing the stream could be quite bad and would likely somehow rip existence and send it into the astral plane. 16 gets you that. Or
So-
18 gets you that, sorry.
I'm gonna call out to these guys. Hey, he's alive. Sounds like that's exactly what he did. Assuming Caldrum shared that information, or I would know it
Yeah,
myself.
Yep. No, I. What happens is you have this like vacuum, if you will, in a bag, and then you have another vacuum in a bag, and then when you take the two vacuums together, they just
They make a mini
Divided
vacuum.
by 0.
implode. And I'm going to use my 3rd level spell to send a sending to Harshnag. And I will say, Harsh, are you okay? You still alive?
Are you
We
with
know
Amrook?
you're in the astral plane.
10 words left.
Are you with Amrook? Are you with Amrook?
Are you with Amrook?
6 words
I would-
left.
I would have dimension doored down there.
Love you, bye.
Love you. Bye.
Oh, yeah, let me move you
3
over.
words left. You pooping?
You asshole.
We'll find you.
We'll find you. I like it.
You're fucked. Bye.
You're fucked.
And
Send a postcard.
okay. And
So many people with sending. I didn't even realize Caldrum had it. At Siddle, I think. No, you've used it before. Never mind.
Oh yeah, I've had it forever.
Yeah, I think Warwick is the one I was also surprised about having it. So have you?
Always.
I guess you have, but you've. No one's asked you to use it. You've always just used it on your own.
sorry, Warwick, pulling you back down here to where you dimension door back down.
Here, I will go to dimension door where I was previously going to dimension door.
Yeah, go ahead, wherever you were going to. I just want to get you back on the main map.
Seeing nothing. Yeah, I will. I'll immediately fall to my knees, tearing up just a little bit. Should have been me. Should have been me.
Harshnag
So as you
is
guys
still
are-
alive too. He doesn't see Amrook or Ilmra.
Reed would be pocketing any coin he could find.
So, how the fuck did we
So
get
there are a large amount of some old worn gold pieces and everything else. There is just stuff everywhere. There's this coil of rope, mushroom, gold pieces. There's gemstones. There's dice, potions. You see some scrolls. You see the letter that Amrook gave to Asug. You see some old weapons, some armor. It is just a trash heap.
I'm casting Mage Hand and slapping him.
No, he's doing it sleight of hand. He's doing it stealthily. I did roll a sleight of hand check for him. It does say Amrook though. Sorry. Reed.
All right. Oh, that was for Reed. I was sure. I'm like, what the hell is Amrook doing from afar?
Yeah, no.
How is he doing
That's
this?
Reed's sleight of hand check. He's only going for platinum. If he can grab any platinum, pretend like he's sifting through to see if there's any sign of what happened or how they could benefit from this at all. and
Yeah.
he's gonna pocket any platinum he can find.
And with a 29, you guys see nothing. You just see him sorting through, kind of organizing the pile a little bit. He manages to grab 5 platinum, though.
Skeezy fucker.
I
I'm
just
going to
did
take
what
it out of
Ryan
the
would
group
do.
pack. And
I would
Oh,
just,
I know.
so it's out of here. So add it to Reed's pack so we don't
yeah,
lose track of your 5 platinum.
he tracks his
I'll,
platinum somewhere else, but I'm gonna add it in here.
All right.
As they're all kind of looking around, see what's going on, I'm gonna tap on my ring, cast Dimension Door again, and Dimension Door back up to here. And I'm gonna start looking for this item so we can get the fuck out of here.
So Warwick, as you cast Dimension Door, the first time it felt odd to you. Something was off. Just a little nudge in the back of the mind. The second time you cast it, you get to the top, and it's instantaneous as you step through this door. However, maybe it's just because of the proximity of how quickly this happened. Maybe because it's still just weighing on you. But you almost sense Amrook during that momentary lapse. You almost feel like you saw Amrook during this momentary lapse out of your peripheral. It's the weirdest thing. It's almost like a dream that's faded. Anyway, so you're back up top. Let me move you.
Am I missing something here?
When you dimension door, you briefly touch the astral plane.
Got it.
Yeah, so you don't see anything. I mean, it's like going through an instantaneous door, but you do technically briefly touch it. So you almost there's a little bit of a connection there.
Yeah.
So you're back up top. You see Asug. Asug seems he's emotional right now as well. He is just standing at this pile, looking at the empty space. He hasn't traveled with you for long, but he seems deeply affected.
I'm gonna go up and I'll look at the giant slayer and the butcher laying there, and say that we'll get these back to you, friend. There's no doubt about it. We'll get them back for you. And I gotta figure out. I gotta make sure I can carry all this. Carry that shit.
Oh, shit.
Grizz, anything you need help carrying, let me know. I can help with some stuff.
I can't Dimension Door into the astral plane, can I? Like stop
You
myself
cannot.
through?
No.
Mm-mm.
Halfway through the doorway, you just stand still.
I'm like, huh! Okay. All right. Yeah. Do I?
He basically splits you in half. You're shredded, insta death.
Half of me just ends up in there. Amrook's like, oh well, fuck. All right. As I'm in this room up here, do I see anything?
Yeah. So as you're beginning to search the room, that first one seems to be very similar to the ones down below. Just items that are scattered about. It seems like the room was left long ago, untouched. You see nothing in particular in that room. While you're doing the search, I'm going to come back to you, Warwick. What are the rest of you doing down below?
I'm just trying to pick up a couple of things, but I'm trying to figure out how much stuff I can carry at the moment, and how much, and what the weight of the butcher and the giant slayer are, because I pulled the giant slayer over and it's coming up as 0, so I'm just
And those are just standard great axes, so they're only going to be.
yeah, okay, it shouldn't be that much then. Okay.
No, not going to be terrible. Yes, let's say about 10 pounds each.
Okay.
Those are not your brutal ones. So Warwick, as you're exploring the upstairs too, you notice that in the back of the hallway, you kind of see it. You see that it looks like there's been some collapse in this particular area. The rooms on both sides are again just kind of stacked with random stuff here and there. Sculpted stone couches that double as beds. Frost covers everything that you see. Some knickknacks here and there. However, as you search the and continue making your way through. You're gonna make your way into this this third room here.
And I'm
As you
looking
enter-
for like signs too. Like we stepped on that trap before. I'm making sure I don't step on any like weird shit like last time.
I'm using your passive perception here.
Right.
So as you enter that room, you find a stitched leather sack on one of the beds, covered in frost. Seems like it's been here for a very long time. It is frost giant sized and pretty worn.
Can I
I'm
just
gonna-
say I love how Warwick's like over it. He's like, you fuck you, dude. And then Dimension Door's back up and's going about his business. That's awesome.
Got a plan. Don't worry.
No shit. Is this like a Griswold plan?
Yeah, Warwick needs time by himself to process.
So, Warwick, what are you doing with this pack?
Yeah, I'm gonna open it.
So as you look into it, you find the first thing that greets you is 3 severed, frozen heads of dwarves staring back at you in just disfigurement, leathery skin that is long frozen over and blackened at this point, and seem to be hacked off in a pretty brutal way. You also find a few mundane items through here too. You find a few helmets. You find some humanoid skulls. Looks like a dented stone shield. There's a big wooden fence post in there. What looks like at one time may have been a live chicken, but has frozen as well in place. You find 2 dragon scales that are white dragon scales.
I'll take those.
Nice.
And you also find what appears to be some shard of some type. And as you're looking at this shard, I did not have the good description ready to go. You find this almost looks like ice. I mean, and that's almost exactly what it is, but you don't feel it melting in your hand by any way. It's long and slender, roughly the size of a dagger. You see runes glowing on the inside of it. You can't see the source of it, but they actually pulse in some way, brighter as you touch it and the longer it sits in your hand.
I'll take that. Put it in my pack. And I'm gonna head back downstairs, and yeah, I'll start slowly walking back downstairs.
Question for you guys, just to confirm. So I'm looking up how much I can carry, and it's 15 times my strength score. But I'm also seeing that. Hold on, where the fuck did it go? Characters can. Okay, yeah, 15 times the strength score. Characters can push, drag, or lift double that weight, but your speed reduces to 5. If you're large, then you also double that weight. So does that mean that I can do 30 times my strength score?
Yeah, you can.
I can without being hindered.
Yes.
Okay. I could probably carry all of this. I physically can. Whether I have capacity to is a different story.
Yeah, you're going to be struggling. The couple things that are going to give you problems, though, is that magical glaive, the frost giant size.
Yeah, I'm really upset about that, by the way, so fuck you, Amric.
I mean, that alone is about 400 pounds, as well as that massive horn.
But Carl didn't drop that, right? Carl, I thought had the horn. Amrook.
Is that the?
Oh, he had the Minotaur horns.
No, I had the Minotaur horns, but I also had. Let me find it. The Drum of the North. I assume you turn that into the Horn of the North.
Is that what that? Oh yeah, it was the. Yes, that was the
Yeah.
horn.
Yeah.
Sorry, thank you.
No,
drum.
that would have been in Amric's pack.
Yep. So that is also laying on the floor.
Fuck me. Amrook, fuck you.
Amric's on the other side with both packs.
Such a dick. That's kind of funny. Yeah, so I'm gonna pick up both. Everyone, I
will say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
I was going to say the majority of the potions and scrolls will easily fit in there, along with a lot of the small knickknacks. You could probably fit most of that in a single bag of some type. You start to get a little bit tough with the frost giant hearts, the fingernails, anything of larger size or weight. So those will have to probably be broken up a little bit to some others. The very large cooking pot becomes a bit of an issue.
All right, yeah,
We can put the fire giant fingernails and heart and everything in this chest. And I open up this 2-foot chest.
Yeah.
Like, where the hell did that come from?
All right, so I'm gonna drop the.
There's a bit of a smell that comes out of that chest now. It's not exactly pleasant.
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you carry this glaive too, Caldrum, or no?
That's probably gonna be too big.
All right, I had to ask.
Maybe
All right,
we should identify it first. That was Reed.
Well, here and now it's not the time.
Yeah, it all depends. Caldrum, I mean, I don't think we have a way of finding Amrook or Harshnag.
Maybe it shrinks
right
down
now,
whenever you are attuned to it.
What's that?
Maybe this giant weapon shrinks down when you attune to it.
All right, I'll cast detect magic.
Well, we know it's magic, right? Or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we knew it was magic. You had told us that before when you were thinking about putting it on the frost giant statue.
Yeah, you knew it was magic. So with the detect magic, you know what school it is.
Where did we find this at?
this was off of when we were fighting some frost giants in an open or around a house. One of the giants that was
To the south of Luskin.
yeah, he was casting some spells and some shit like that. I think we got it off.
Oh,
of him,
okay.
I think.
You do recognize it as magical, and you sense transmutation magic from it.
Well, I mean, I don't think we have an hour's worth of time to identify it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, it's gonna stay.
I say
here
you
then.
hang around. What's the worst that can happen?
Yeah, yeah. So that'll stay there. Everything else, I'll leave the 6 great axes, the 3 longbows, and the 3 scimitars. Those are going to be left behind. The scrolls and what you said, the knickknacks and shit like that, we can divvy up. I'm going to keep it as in the group pack just so we all have reference for it. But if
that's fine.
okay.
Yep.
All right.
Other than what you decide to do with that, with the glaive and the. The glaive.
I'm just leaving the glaive there, and do we have a way to take the horn? I don't know what it does, but do we have a way to take it, or is that pretty much a no-go either?
Yeah, that's a magical horn. That's the horn of the north that he's been utilizing. So you're gonna want to carry that in one form or another.
I have not used it once, so
That's true. So you don't know what it is. Yeah, you just see a big horn that looks like a drum of some type.
Well, I guess, do we, if I'm leaving some stuff behind, do we...
But Caldrum would have saw that it was a magical horn, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I, do I have capacity? I mean, do I have capacity to carry that?
That I could probably
Yes.
put in my chest. I could put that in the chest.
Okay.
Yeah, you can carry that.
Caldrum's got that. Okay, so I'm just leaving the glaive behind. Caldrum,
Can anybody
everyone...
else carry it?
The glaive?
Yeah.
The glaive's like 400 pounds.
Yeah, that was a frost giant glaive.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
can't
that's what I was saying. If you attune to it, maybe it shrinks down, and then you wouldn't
Do
have
we
any
want to spend an
problems
hour's
carrying.
worth of time? Do we want to spend an hour's time here just to find out that this thing doesn't do that, and we're stuck with a 400-pound magical weapon that nobody can use?
Yeah, I mean, personally, it's worth an hour's worth of time, but it's up to you guys.
Unless we all die, then it's not worth anything.
Yeah.
Warwick, are you coming back downstairs, by the way?
We can't hear you, Keegan. Can you guys?
Oh, yeah, hold on. Before I come downstairs, or as I'm walking, I'm going to cast Sending to Sir Alchrist at Candlekeep. And
Okay.
I'm gonna send him that message that I typed out, and then I'm gonna come downstairs.
I'm gonna kind of like see you come down the stairs. Like, where did you come from?
I'm gonna move you down before I reply here.
Yeah, as I'm walking downstairs, I'll have the shard in my hand, and I'll just say, "I found it. I found the item."
And I still have detect magic up. I'm assuming it's glowing
Yes.
in my eyes.
Yeah, I'll say, "I have the item. We need to get out of here."
What type of magic, school magic, is emanating off of that?
That one is. Darn it! Should have it ready to go. That is going to be Mother Fletcher.
School of Enchantment, Divination.
Necromancy.
Holy enchantment.
Keldrum, do you have a way to get us out of here quickly? And if so, where are we going to go?
From before we make any decisions to go, how much time do you think we have?
Is Amrook here again?
No, that's Reed. Reed's got some very similar accent. Sorry.
Oh, does he? Oh,
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that. Okay, cool. Yeah. Never mind. Go ahead.
How much time do you think Emmerich gave us with that?
Who knows?
Hard to tell.
I don't want to test. I don't want to waste what Amrook did. We need to get the fuck out of here.
If you cast teleportation circle, is anything in the circle teleported with us?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking the
Problem-
glaive then.
Drag the axe over.
So just hold on to it as you teleport. That's awesome.
The only problem is, what do we do with our griffins?
I thought we sent them back though. I thought
We told them to wait, but they're smart enough to like make it back if we could get them a message or somehow speak to them, I assume.
Yeah, I mean, can we send a message? We could use sending and say, "Hey, come on home."
Fly
Right?
to Mirabar.
Yeah.
Where are we going? That's the thing. Are we going back to Silvery Moon? What we need to make a decision quickly. Do we go to Candlekeep?
Silvery Moon.
Not funny.
Silvery Moon.
Let's roll.
Our main goal right now is to get Amrook back. That's it.
We'll get answers there.
I've already reached out to a contact at Candlekeep to see if they can help, but we need to get to Silvery Moon. Find a way to get him back. We can't. If anybody knows Pike Trickfoot, maybe she can get us to the astral plane.
not a sponsor yet.
Keldrum, real quick, going back. That's going to be evocation for the
Okay.
ice guard.
I'm gonna definitely take the glaive with us in the teleportation circle if Keldrum doesn't think it's gonna fuck anything up.
I feel like
No, that's
Warwick
fine.
would have walked down the steps saying, "Hey guys, I just sharded."
Warwick's like half crying at this point. He's walking down with this shard. The tears have frozen on my face,
He is shooketh.
and I am straight faced. We're getting Amrook back at all costs. That's it. Yeah, buddy. Yar buddy.
That asshole.
Fuck him.
Yeah, let's get out of here before something happens. We can't waste what Emmerich did.
I mean, I'm not sure how smart griffins are, but you can try sending a message if you want to one of them.
Let me check something here.
How far did we leave him out? What's it like a 20-minute jog out there to?
We got like 20 feet, two 20-foot sections of stone in our way.
Oh, I forgot about that. Yeah, good call.
Yeah.
Well, no, maybe not anymore because the dragon probably cleared them out.
Oh.
You know, we
So
probably
keep in
could do
mind where
that.
you left the griffins hanging out outside is likely from the front door where Imrith came in. Just an FYI.
Griffin's
Oh,
probably
forget. They're dead.
Yes, the griffins are probably.
Damn it! Why do we always kill her?
Here's
beasts?
the thing, though.
Alright.
I would think griffins are smart enough. They see a dragon coming, they're flying. I think they're leaving. I don't think they're sticking around to stay where they're at to die by a dragon. As soon as they hear it, they're piecing. Maybe we roll.
All right.
Roll for it and see what happens, right?
Roll a d20. Got it. Yeah, no, they're dead.
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to do?
Let's-
Asug's just kind of curled up, bawling right now. He's in over his head.
So get up.
You-
Don't have time.
You see, you see him just kind of holding on to that letter that he previously had from Amrook is like the last thing that he recalls. Like trying to just hold any part of Amrook left. Again, I failed again.
I'm about 5 seconds away from leaving you.
He's gonna toughen it up here. Take it. I shall deliver this letter.
Yeah.
And stand up and start making his way with you guys.
Nice.
He collects himself, although he's still struggling a little bit here.
Do we want to check out that path or no? Let's just get out of here. Let's just get
Let's
out
just
of
get
here.
out.
I say we get out of here.
All right. I will spend the next minute or so drawing some sigils on the ground. And Mistress, take us back to Silvery Moon.
I'm gonna as we're doing this, I'm gonna cast Sending again. I only have a 5th level spell, so I'm gonna cast Sending at 5th level. And I'll type out what I'm gonna say.
Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and move you guys over to the map screen for the time being. So just before he sends this, you guys will jump in the circle, the usual pool that you're so used to now. Still a little disengaging here. A little throws you off a hair, but at least you end up in a familiar place, though be it a closet, as you kind of spill out with each of you.
Yeah, everybody, keep moving.
The chaos of the moments before you still weighing heavily as you enter this quiet, serene cabin in the middle of the woods that had previously been a place of serenity and comfort. Now, much less so. The events weighing heavily upon you.
What time is it?
It's about midday.
How does the glaive fare in travel? Does it can it fit in the room as it appears?
So I thought they were leaving that behind.
I thought Keegan had said that they were going to try and do the teleportation circle with it inside the circle.
Yeah, if there wasn't an issue with trying to take it, like if it wasn't if we could fit it, fine. But if I saw that it wouldn't have, then I wouldn't have taken it.
So each creature that whatever you're carrying would come with you. It's not like it just takes that entire space and transports it. So if you wanted to drag it into the closet, I suppose you could.
So if you were holding on to it and you were in the circle, it would come with you.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah. So Grizz, if you wanted to pull it with you, if anyone else does, I want to make a strength check.
Not my strong point.
Yeah, Reed doesn't give a fuck about it.
I'm just gonna leave it at that point. It's gonna be too much. I'm just gonna leave it.
I mean, I can
group effort if we.
we can.
I mean, I'll roll a strength check to try and pick it up or
All
hold
right.
on.
Yeah.
If Reed saw you rolling that, he would assist you if you want to take advantage.
Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead and give me a strength
Hold on.
check on that.
Am I rolling a strength? Okay.
No, let Grizz roll the strength there.
Grizz or
And I'll give you a little extra help, Grizz.
little guidance?
A little guidance.
At advantage. Nice.
Wow.
Holy hell!
What the fuck?
A 22 million will do it.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. He was making sure I'm not failing the string check, motherfucker.
What's going on?
Did you use-
Check your strength on your character sheet.
Oh yeah, my strength is that's I'm gonna send you literally what I'm seeing. Hold on, because I don't understand how this is.
You have a strength
Yep.
of like
He's so enraged by
1
what
million.
happened that
Yeah, it's that adrenaline rush, like whenever you see their child under a car.
the mom picks up the car.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What
so
is
I can,
go?
Strong as fuck. You don't need
so
the
I
damn
can
gauntlets
see,
anymore, then, do you?
yeah, I can see
All right,
that
I'm
it says
gonna.
19, but then when I
Whoop.
don't hover over it, it's literally like,
We'll figure that out separately. In the meantime, you pass the
bro.
strength check. You're able to drag this thing in.
Yeah, I have no idea. Okay.
It's wow. All of your that's crazy.
Is it
You got
everyone?
a badass strength score. No. All right, we'll
Okay,
play with that in the background. I'll get into the
roll a d20 with
check.
advantage, and then just add your strength and proficiency.
Yeah, hold on.
It's still 22 million.
Well, yeah.
It's a lot.
So your strength save bonus is the one set that way. Why would that be?
Oh, baby.
So 7
Roll
plus.
roll it one more time because you have advantage.
I do. Okay.
Say
And you
hi.
have a D4.
Say hi.
Okay, so 7 plus 4 plus 4, 15.
Plus a d4.
Oh, plus guidance, 15.
Your strength was a 22, right?
No, my strength was a 19.
Was
Because
it 19? Okay.
But with guidance, my proficiency and strength score, I got a 19.
Say hi.
Rolled a 19, excuse me.
Say diarrhea. Say
Hey,
diarrhea.
Fallon.
Say
Hey,
hi.
is your brother
She's like, I
feeling
got
better?
tired. She's like, I got tired of Renly crying, so I came down.
Poor guy. I hope they gave him something good.
Yeah, he'll be alright. You go back up to mommy. Oh, you're gonna okay? You play with magnets, then go for it. Then I gotta watch me swearing. Yeah, I got potty mouth.
Yeah, I don't know how that reset. Okay.
We gotta watch
Either
our
way.
swearing too.
Nah.
She'll be fine. She'll be alright.
Yeah, it's weird.
We'll work on fixing it here, Grizz, but we won't worry about it right now.
So yeah, so 19 to bring that in.
Yes, you're able to drag this on top of everything else. You're a human dump truck right now, or a Goliath dump truck at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Ignore that.
Nice.
Nice.
I don't know
Pretty
what
good
the
roll.
heck.
3D100 for.
You'll find out.
I accidentally hit the dice.
Okay. Is this how you guys feel when I roll random dice? Okay. Warwick, give me a D20 roll.
Am I at? Okay, here we go. Make sure. 16? 15? Yeah, 16.
Okay. Okay. So you guys successfully end up in this shed, crawling out of it, or in this this hut, this cabin.
It's a tree too, right?
It appears to be a tree from the
Appears.
outside. Inside, it is a
Okay,
cabin.
Cool.
Do we want to rest here real quick for a little bit?
Quick short rest, maybe?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do a quick short rest, and as we're
Grizz, maybe
So-
you should light that lantern up.
good idea.
I will do that.
So I forget how I identify. Can I identify? I can't use the short rest to identify something, right? Otherwise, I won't
No,
get
you
the benefits of a short rest.
Can't attune to it.
no,
I can't attune to it. Okay, yeah. So I'll as we're doing a short rest, I'll identify the item, or take that time to identify the item, and then I reached out to a contact that Fogolis gave me at Candlekeep, and he said I asked him if he knows how to get us to the astral plane, and he said they may be able to impart that theoretical knowledge to us to get to the astral plane. So, Caldrick, if your dad can't help us or point us in the right direction, Candlekeep may be the way to go.
Going to Candlekeep. I like it.
or we grind for the next 3 levels until I learn planar travel.
Yeah, plane shift.
I'm gonna drop the glaive and
Which now has put a nice hole in the cabin, by the way, as it pops out in the in that closet. It basically busts out one of the sides. There's a little hole sticking out. You guys see the light shining in.
Oops.
so sorry, Calvin. And I'm gonna leave the lantern inside. I'm gonna step outside and I'm gonna go find a go take a moment by myself and I'm gonna do a little praying. Do a little praying while we rest.
Okay.
I'll send that over to you.
You gonna tell me why you had me roll a d20?
That was for the success of the sending spell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot
Since
that.
there's a 5% chance it failed.
That's right. Yeah, so I'll just spend that short rest time to get a. Let's see, I can get a spell back. So we'll do that, and then I will identify that item. And yeah,
You're identifying the glaive?
the shard.
Oh, the shard. All right.
Shart?
Shard. I sharted.
Reed will
Shard.
identify the horn if no one else wants to.
Fallon, you want to come up? You want to go upstairs, mommy? We got a bump up for you.
I will identify the glaive. Or
Okay.
did Grizz do that?
I haven't done that yet. As I go outside, I kneel down and holy symbol lights up. Gabriel, I don't know if we have. I don't know what's going on with the connection, but we visited with Amon, and we found out who is causing all of these issues. It sounds like an ancient blue Chamb3r is not only found a way to infiltrate the Storm Giant court, but has found a way to sway Hecaton's daughters into betraying him. The Kraken Society seems to be involved, but mere pawns. We know that the only people we can trust are a few of the Storm Giants, and from what we know, the heart of man, the little people. As I feel like Griswold would do air quotes with that, the little people, keep it PC. But I must admit, with all of this being said, my path is. I find myself questioning my path at the moment. I know that I'm meant to go after Imrith to stop this, but in our current battle, in our recent battle, our brother in Amruk was taken in the astral plane somewhere, we don't know where. How do I say this? I pause for a second, and then we are going to try to find Amruk. The focus will still be on trying to eliminate Imrith, but we need to find and gain as many, as much ground, as many friends, followers, companions as many people in an army as we can. And if you see that as going against my path of vengeance, then I will accept those consequences. But I feel that finding Amrook, with all his stubbornness, but his passion and strength, I feel that's the right decision. So take it as you will. I'll accept whatever consequences may come along that path, but that's my decision. And I'll get back up and sit there for a second. Griswold a little teary-eyed, but he doesn't want anyone else to see. He pops off his helmet. You know, he's it's these damn allergies that around. You know, you just hear him say, "Fucking Keldrum!" All these plants around here. He's clearing his eyes a little bit, and then he walks back inside.
Yeah, that's not me. That's Adrian.
Adrian, damn it!
Hey, I missed most of that, Grizz. Could you have done that through one more time?
You know what?
Well, recap. He pulled a Tim Tebow and then spoke to Gabriel. That's it. You're good.
Yep, pretty much.
Got it.
I suppose that I see Keldrum trying to identify this glaive.
You do. You should. Each of you identifying should have that in your journals now.
I'm gonna. I'll look at the group and say, well,
Reed
Amrook's
would
not
share
here
what
at the
the horn
moment.
is as well. Sorry to interrupt there, Evan.
You are sharing it.
Nope.
Yeah, Reed
Please.
would tell everybody.
Yeah, please. What does the horn do before I?
Is that share?
I don't see it pop up if you tried to share it with everybody.
Let me try one more time. That pop up for everyone?
No.
Surprised it's not doing it, but here I'm just gonna drop it in all of your packs. You'll see horn in the north.
There it is.
Yeah, I think there was also a wand. Reed would have given that to Siddle to identify.
Yeah, I'll take a look at that.
All right.
Nice. I'll look back at the group and pull out both axes. Amrook wielded these the best, and they certainly helped out in quite a few instances. Does anyone want to try to use these, put them to good use until we find Amrook?
Nothing I can do with them.
I can't use them for anything. They would be like giant paperweights for me.
Siddle, that's in your journal now too.
All right.
Maybe we should get one of those packs again. Do you think they have any in Silvery Moon?
Maybe. Same with this glaive, Grizz. I don't even think you can wield this. You have to be very strong to wield it.
How strong? I have a strength of 19 if that counts.
22.
Yep. Nope. Can't do it.
And it's a +1 to attack and damage.
Okay. Yeah, I can't do anything.
If you put the shard somewhere, it did not show up for me.
It's not in your journal? Hold on.
Yeah, I don't see it in mine either. See the
wand
wand in mine.
Yeah.
You don't see the
Oh, you're
wand,
gonna like that
so let's
wand.
see. Shard is in the player's journal.
Oh, yeah. The wand.
Shit.
Hey, I'm gonna try adding to all players Warwick just to see if you see it there. Let me know if you guys see
Yeah.
the
I see
shard,
that.
and then you still don't have the wand though, Siddle.
I see
No
the
wand.
You might have to
Okay.
take it away from Amrook to give to him. I don't know if that matters.
Shouldn't. I've been adding multiple people before, so you
Alright.
do see this wand now, right?
I see a wand of scowls in
Yeah.
Amrook's journal.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't move it under you. That'd be why. So I just gave you visibility.
Okay.
Uh,
I would tell
Uh,
everybody about the shard as well.
looks like you're stuck wielding the butcher for now, Grizz.
Jokes on all of you. I'm going to not right now, but the intent will be to unattune to my ring and my halberd and attune to both, or to give everyone health HP at the moment, and then butcher, and then the giant slayer if we come across giants.
All right.
All right, let me just try one. Let me just try one thing. And Calvin
There
gets very
now.
contemplative here for a minute,
One's there.
and he's going to reach out to Mistra.
One's there.
Hey, there it is.
There we go.
I need some help. I need a lot of help here, Mistra. Can you please bring back our friends Amrook and Harshnag to this plane, to this forest right now? And I am going to, for the first time, try. Oh, not too sure on Dad.
Divine inter. Oh, come on. Come on, pull it. Yes.
Divine intervention.
Divine intervention. Beautiful, you beautiful son of a bitch, you. Oh.
All right. Will you give me a percentile die roll?
So under 10 or above 90? Which one, G?
Oh, let's go. Sorry. Let's go
Low
above
10 or
90.
Above 90. Here we go.
We'll go high for success.
Oh my fucking goodness.
Oh,
I don't know what that means, but
No shit. That's fucking incredible.
wow.
Fuck you, Amrook, and your shenanigans.
Hey, I think that is amazing, and the way this all worked out, just like we planned it.
So, as you stand there, where are you doing this? Inside the shed, outside the shed? Where are you here?
I'd probably be outside the shed, like just outside of it. There's probably like a stump nearby that we probably would sit around.
All right. So as you reach out to Mistra and pray, putting yourself out there and vulnerable. You've never prayed this hard before. You reach to the very depths of your soul and just beg almost as much as ask or pray. And momentarily, all is quiet before the wind rustles in the trees. All noise stops for a second. The birds no longer chirp. And for a split second, everything pauses. And at that point, you see two circular openings appear in front of you. One about 10 foot, the other 20. You see initially a glimmering silver appearance before you. And as that fades, you momentarily catch glimpses on the other side of this endless void of a light glow. You see some rocks floating through the air. You see other items you can't quite identify, some a little more ominous than the others. And in doing so, two creatures appear, getting larger and larger behind this gate, and almost engulfed by both of them, as Amrook and Harshnag fall to the grass in front of you, as the gates slowly phase out. And you see nothing but forest behind them. Motherfuckers.
I'm just gonna look to the heavens and just my service to you is unending. Just ask of me what you will.
I'm gonna say, yeah, that's
And,
fine. Hey, do you got our bags?
I'm just gonna run up and
Yeah.
just give a like scooch down and give a hug to Amrook and just be like, don't ever do that again. Don't ever do that again. Because I was gonna have to be the one that has call Adrian. Don't put that evil on me.
Amazing.
I'm
Amazing.
gonna run over and hand Amrook his axes and say, "These are definitely better suited on you than me, my friend."
Amrook will embrace the hug from Caldrum and acknowledge, it was the stupid move, but it was all I could think to save the party. Thank you.
Thanks.
Boys, how do we get out of that scot-free? Let's go!
Nice.
Wow.
Double move. Double play of the game. I love it. That was amazing, E.
10% chance of.
10% chance.
First of all, you had to think about it. That I wasn't sure if you would remember to use your divine intervention or not. And second of all, there is a 10% chance of it actually working and being able to utilize the gate spell for that as a cleric spell. That is absurdity.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
I can't. I saw the 9 show up on my. I'm like, no. And I saw the 4. I'm like, okay, sometimes the dice they show is a little different. And I see you pop up 94. I'm like, oh my god.
I can't tell you how close I was to saying under 10 because it says, your cleric spell. And I'm thinking, okay, 10's the level. We'll just do 1 to 10 to make it easy. So freaking close. If you didn't ask me a second time, I switched over in my mind to high just to make it exciting. Unbelievable.
Meant to be.
The dice gods are in our favor, gentlemen. And Rook will take his axes back and
my next 3 sessions.
Oh yeah.
So just for my own curiosity, where in the astral plane were you going to put him?
I mean, he did go somewhere in the astral plane, so it's not
Right.
were you going to put him?
he was there.
No, where in the astral plane?
Well, I mean, there's
just a void
everywhere.
Yeah.
I thought there were different locations, like
Those are different planes, but the astral sea is itself its own plane.
Oh, okay.
So the astral plane is like the endless nothingness that you float through that connects each of these other planes together. It's like the glue that it's almost, there's all these floating portals through there, these pools that are different colors that you can jump from one plane to another. So it's the point that connects all of the different planes throughout the existences. So he's basically floating through the nothingness of this connective sea.
Like it. I'll as I see this happen, I'll go up to Amrook. I'll give him a hug. Well, so now that you're back, are we going to the Stone Giants? What are we doing here?
I need a fucking beer first.
I'm just
You find yourself a little hungry too, Amrook.
Yeah.
It's only been a couple hours, right?
Do they look
I figure
different
Amrook's
at
always
all?
hungry.
That's true.
Do they look different at all? Do they look different at all, or do they look aged at all, or younger, or?
They look a little stressed. You see some bags under their eyes, and they're a little paler than they were before. But otherwise, they appear exactly as you remember them.
Harsh, good to see you back, buddy.
I do not know what happened in
Hey, by
either
the
case.
We
thank
have
you.
something. We have something that maybe you can use. And
Give him the
point to
glaive.
the glaive.
And he's gonna take it. Well, I was hoping for that beer that Amrook spoke of, but this will be good too.
Oh, we'll get you some of those too.
Oh, we're going to get that now.
It's
The
great to
giant
see
in
you.
town? I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think
So-
I don't think they can step foot in town.
So Harshnag's gonna come over to Amrook. And you're just gonna see him get down on one knee kneeling in front of him, close to it. Chamb3r. And he's gonna backhand him.
Shit.
Fly like 50 feet.
I'm gonna cheer.
I grabbed the giant slayer, ready to fight this motherfucker.
I have just become part of this group. I do not want to lose anyone again. If anyone must go, it should be me. You are far too valuable. And he's gonna just now, as he slapped you and batted you away a few feet, he's gonna grab your armor, pull you in, even with the giant slayer up, and he's just gonna big, massive bear hug, crushing you.
You take 4d10 force damage.
All right, big man. Nobody needed to sacrifice themselves. This was our way out. I'm just sorry I had to pull you into that dimension with me.
So, was the dragon there too?
I did not see him.
I didn't see her either.
Her. Harsh is going to turn to Keldrum. It was you that returned us. Thank you. And he's going to start making his way over to you two, and you see his arms outstretched. And just locks onto you.
Oh, God,
Lifts you about 8 feet off the ground.
I can't breathe.
Yes, I too am speechless. Drops you down.
Did my bag come with me, or was that destroyed? Or either bag if I had them both, because I had them both in my hands, so you tell me.
You did not see any sign of either bag with you.
Well,
Yeah. Alright, sorry about your pack there, Grizz. And thank you for the axes. Do you have any of my other shit? I left behind a ring, a Sug. I see you have my note. Give that back, and I may have left behind
Slap
a
it onto your
wand.
chest.
I may have left behind a wand if someone has that.
Reed looks around. We didn't see anything.
Yeah, Reed keeps that motherfucking horn. I know him.
I'm gonna use the wand to make him scowl for the next minute.
Hold on, let me make a check.
Yeah, give me a sleight of hand check, Siddle.
Is that a wisdom saving throw, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's not safe.
Oh.
Save.
I wouldn't. You know what? I wouldn't even do a sleight of hand. I would just be blatant with it.
Yeah, I guess that's up to you.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll do it. I'll do it blatant. Just see what everyone's looks on their faces are, and he's just like, nah.
Blatantly, you see it, Chamb3r, and you can feel you see him doing it, knowing what's coming, and you feel your face just contort downward. This is what you think to yourself. This is what Grizz feels.
I'm going to laugh, but because I'm frowning, it sounds maniacal.
Yeah, evil genius-esque there.
Yeah.
And then I'll give it back to him.
Thank you, sir. It did come in handy back in Yartar.
I think Reed has your because Reed told us about the horn.
He did, yeah.
Yeah, I think Reed has your horn, Chamb3r.
Emmerich will just wink at him and say, "Keep it."
I've heard of the horn. I don't think I've seen it at all. I've heard rumors.
It's all yours, friend.
Well, you know what would be nice to have? Some griffins.
Oh, shit.
So can we confirm, or like, if they would have seen the dragon, heard the dragon, would they have left, or are they dead?
We don't know.
You don't know.
Okay.
I'm sure there's ways to find out, but right off the bat, yeah, no immediate way of knowing.
I like it.
Would I know how much one of those packs would cost?
No, not offhand, because you haven't really seen one before. They're not available at every corner store, but you know it's going to be expensive. You're just not sure how much.
Hey, if we run across one, you can have my gold to have the pack back. I'm sorry I had to take that extreme measure, but hey, we all got out of it, and thank you again, Caldrum.
Don't thank me, guys. Mistra's the one that brought you guys back. It was just my asking.
So as you guys are seeing this, Asug looks scared shitless. He is glancing around erratically and quickly. His head is on a swivel right now. And you just hear him in the lightest of whispers. Is she gonna come back too? Is she gonna appear like they did?
No, they shouldn't. Or she shouldn't.
Eventually, I mean, from what I understand of where we went, she could find a portal back, but I don't know where she would come back.
Do we see anything from the lantern?
You do not. All is quiet from the lantern.
Emrook, I feel it is us that should be thanking you. It was a intense move, but if you hadn't done what you did and put your life on the line, we all more than likely would be dead. So,
Should I send a message to the dragon just saying "LOL, get wrecked"?
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
I think that's what Warwick kind of did. If you touch a fucking
Yeah, I
hair
think
on him.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't know about you guys, but after all that, I need a beer, an ale, whatever, and some sleep.
I'll
Tell me after this we level up.
Harsh, sorry, buddy, but I don't think you can come into Silvery Moon.
I've found it best that I avoid cities in general.
But you can stay out here if you want.
So I've got a question. How
Okay.
much did a barrel of beer in Farron weigh and cost?
Yeah, I thought about that too.
Like, can we just go buy him a keg?
Yeah.
So a full-size barrel would be between 300 and 350 pounds. And as for price, you could probably negotiate a pretty solid price buying it at that point.
Yeah, let's get
you could
two
probably
and
knock one out for
let's get two and just party here tonight.
Yeah, let's do it.
Kegger at the cabin.
Kegger at the cabin.
Cab.
I'm not kidding.
Oh, I'm not kidding either. I'll definitely do it. Let's
All
do
right.
it.
Oh, do we want to go shopping while we're in town?
Yes. Yes.
Harshnag, well, I guess I'm gonna have to carry that fucking keg back, unless you guys can find a wagon. You know what?
Emrook can carry
Griswold,
that shit. Fuck you.
I'll.
We can have Frank carry
Harshnag,
one.
I'll-
Ooh.
Oh no, we got Frank back. You weren't here for it, but we have Frank. Back.
Oh, okay.
Is everyone really coming back here? Are we getting kegs and eggs and
I can
coming back to the
I can easily get the kegs back.
I think it's probably safer to stay in town, but we could go purchase what we need, come back, have our party, and then go stay at the Acorn Inn.
We can just hang out here.
Either way.
I'm good. I'm gonna. Yeah.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, that was awesome.
I thought
can't
I
believe
wasn't
that.
going to play Amrook for so long. I'm so excited right now.
I can't believe. I'm so glad I fucked you up.
No, you didn't fuck me up at all. I thank you. I didn't want to have to do that, but I felt I needed to save the party.
Well, all
So
right.
I
I'll,
say
I'll
thank
phrase it this way. I'm glad I fucked Garrett up then.
Yeah, well, that's definitely.
Yeah.
That's definite.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's.
I have to go get my-
Together,
my
we
daughter
kind of
real
both
quick.
really fucked him up. Like, I fucked up his dragon plan, and then you fucked up his backup plan with me. So that's amazing.
We're dead. Amrook and Keldrum
I
are
have to
now
step
dead.
out and I'm gonna have to step out and get Evelyn real quick. If we go in town, I'll do that. Yeah, that's fine. I'll be back.
Okay. Yes, you guys are heading to town. What all do you want to do there? We'll try to do this real quick. I mean, you can get a 10-gallon barrel of ale for about a 1 gold piece, and you get a nice 50-galloner for, and the 50-gallon would be, yeah, so that'd be about 300 pounds or so, for 5 gold pieces. That's really not bad for
Shit,
okay.
we got two giants. Let's get 2 of those.
Would you allow me to, for this instance, use Dimension Door to easily get those back to the cabin?
We can carry them. Don't
So
worry
500 feet, yeah, that'd be. You could do Dimension Door a few times, but
How far are we from the? Oh no, hold on. Are we miles out?
you're just outside the city range, which extends to about 1,000 yards from the
Yeah.
Oh,
from the city. So you're maybe
Carry
1,500 yards from from a putt tavern. So
Alright,
you get 500 feet. Yeah, you'd have to do the
Dude.
Dimension Door a few times.
Yeah, never mind. I thought we were a little closer. Yeah, the only thing I'm doing, I'm heading over to that blacksmith that I had create that shield and was holding on to the
Holy symbol.
the scrolls or the spells that I had written down, and seeing if they are still there or if somebody picked them up.
Sorry, say that one more time. You're going to the blacksmith for the 2 relics, the replica and the original.
Yeah, the replica.
And
I think I picked those up, and then I asked him if he could make that shield. And
oh shoot, yeah, the shield.
And then I left him a whole list of spells to hold on for a specific somebody.
Got it.
And if they haven't been picked up, then I'll pick them up.
Okay. Yeah, they have not, and I owe you that other item.
Cool, no worries.
Okay.
I would look for places where I could get another bag of holding potentially, if I could ask around and do whatever I got to do there to make up for the one I lost the party.
Yeah, you managed to track down. Silver Moon's actually a pretty solid haven for items. You managed to track down a place as you kind of bounce around. Give me an investigation check, actually.
I'm gonna go ahead and plop out that 10 gold for the ale.
All right, you got yourself 100 gallons of ale.
It should hold us over for an hour or two.
Yeah.
All right. How do we? I accidentally popped out my chat. How do we put that back in the?
Ooh.
Back.
What's the trick?
I thought you had to leave and come back in or something.
I thought it actually had a trick.
There was a trick, and it was. Shoot, I don't remember.
Cause mayhem?
No.
I can't remember how to get the chat back in.
Exit it out, close it out, and it'll open it back up.
Oh, you had to. I thought you had a keyboard shortcut.
Well, you just closed the chat?
Close out just close out the chat, and the chat will pop back up on the screen.
Oh, okay.
You don't have to close
Got
out
it.
the whole Roll20, just the chat.
Got it.
Cool.
So I rolled Asbury, but that would have been Amrook's investigation. So it would stay a 14 there.
Got it. Yeah, it takes you a little bit of doing, but you do manage to track down a pretty reputable place that actually has one in stock. Unfortunately, it is a little pricey. As you're looking at it, it's running about 1,500 gold pieces.
Yeah, I don't quite have that, gentlemen. So I will pay for a third of it.
How much do you need?
We need 1,000 more. I feel like Reed would probably pitch in the extra 1,000.
He's
got a little bit for sure.
He's got 5 platinum pieces that he'll pitch in that just recently came to him.
How many
pay
are
for the
platinum
rest.
to gold?
And that what's that?
How much is platinum to gold?
10.
Yeah, so that's only 50, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can chip in more than that. I don't know how much he's got sitting, but let me see here.
I got 42 platinum.
Oh, it's a lot.
I'm back.
Yeah, I've got like a crap load of money, and I don't know that I realized I did. So whatever we don't come up with, I'll just pitch in.
Yeah, Amrook pitched in 500. Evan, since you were gone, he found a bag of holding in Silvery Moon, but it's 1,500. Amrook paid for 500. He is asking the party to chip in a little bit.
All right, hold on.
I'll pitch in 500, and someone else can do the last or whatever.
Yeah. Reed's chop thrown in 500.
All right, so taken care of. Don't worry about it,
We have a
guys.
bag of holding. Make sure Ambrook doesn't buy a handy haversack again.
I didn't buy that one.
Make sure he doesn't get one again.
Oh, I'll make sure of it. Don't you worry.
Nice.
I'm gonna see if this reputable dealer could potentially get us another one of these.
It'll,
Not
run,
right
That's
now,
the last
but in
one
the
in all
future.
North.
it'll run you about 10,000 gold.
The only inventory in the world. Shortage on bags.
Oh shit, that's good.
Awful. Awful.
Gee, I'm going to head to the Temple of Mishra.
Okay.
Spend some time praying to her. But I'm also looking for some healing potions. And I'm also looking for diamond dust, specifically 100 gold, batches of 100 gold.
Gotcha. Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check for those.
Cal-
For the diamond dust. Go ahead.
Would you mind if I tagged along with you? I feel a little need to thank her, since you and her were able to bring me back, and
Yeah.
I seem to have misplaced my shrine to Gueron.
I'm gonna give myself a little guidance on that. 'Cause... Yeah, that's why.
All right. Your name is Amrook. Give me an investigation as well, since you're with Caldrum and you're assisting him on this measure.
Would Keldrum get advantage because he's from Silvery Moon?
Ooh,
Yeah,
I
probably.
like that. Amrook doesn't have a clue.
Go ahead and give me advantage, Eric.
All right, so add
Okay.
2 to this.
A little
All
better.
right. 16.
All right.
Amrook-
You managed to find a
Amrook's
ahead.
still shaken up from the travel. He's not paying that much attention.
Okay. You managed to realize 2 things. One, the Temple of Mistra actually offers healing potions as well. You're aware of this from previous endeavors. They are a supplier of that, and then you managed to track down a location for the gold or for the diamond dust as well. And
All
since
right,
it's
I'm
5
gonna
gold
get,
pieces, you as needed.
I'm gonna spend 300 gold for that. And then I'm going to Amra. Want to take a walk?
Aye, I'll do whatever you say at this point.
Healing potions. Before
Yeah,
we go.
I was gonna say you actually have multiple available to you. Their supply is heavy, so just I'll put prices in there for you.
I don't have that much money. Maybe we can send a message to the group and they can come pick some up.
Yeah. Can I, if you don't mind, G, I was going to ask about getting a couple of healing potions as well.
I'll tell you what. You guys send a note over, and we'll make this easy. As you guys choose to as a group, go ahead. Whatever you want to buy from a healing potion standpoint. We'll expedite this.
I'll go ahead and I'll send it over.
If nobody else
No, I mean,
wants to pitch
as a
in
group,
gold
whatever you guys want to do.
and you need it, I have a little bit of gold left. I could pitch into you.
I feel like Reed would buy a few potions as well.
Yeah.
You're
Me
spending
too.
all Reed's money. That's what you're doing.
Yes. I give him a lot of money. DM giveth, DM taketh away.
I'm gonna put the just let me know how many potions we get. I'm gonna put I just bought
you can-
2 greater.
Yeah, just feel free to adjust your coin and potions accordingly. I trust you guys.
I just put the two greater in the group pack because assuming that you guys are giving me the bag of holding again.
throw 2 more in there because I'm gonna get 2 greater as well.
How much are graders?
I
150.
dropped in the chat 150.
Ah, nice. Yeah.
Okay. So we have 4 greater healing in the pack right now.
I'm buying a couple after last time when I died 3 times. Must have backup.
All right. Be taken care of.
Gee, I wanna go find somebody that I've worked with before that
Okay.
specializes in strange strange what's the word, items, I guess.
Okay.
I have some things that they probably that somebody that of arcane research probably would like to maybe buy. The Rimmer has heat source glands in the eggs.
Yes. And you're like you said, you're familiar with this. It's someone you know in the past, so you managed to track them down for the purpose of expediting.
I have 4 each. How much can I get for them?
And that's 4 Rimraz eggs, and what was the other one?
The heat source glands.
So quick here. Where do I have my notes? While I'm pulling that up and you can get the prices for it, what else are you guys doing? Don't let me slow you down.
I assume we're pretty safe in Silvery Moon. We would have divide and conquer, grab the eel, each person would have went their ways to do each thing.
Yeah.
I would have given someone the gold to get some healing potions. I'm gonna sit back with Harshnag and not go in the city, knowing that everyone's gonna come back anyways. And I'm gonna go find a little quiet place, and I'm going to not having heard from Gabriel in quite a while. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll type it to you. I'm gonna go ahead and expense the remaining portion of divine energy that I have, and once again try to send it back Gabriel's way and see what happens.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I gotta find where I put these costs out. I worked it out before, and I lost what I found. All right. So as you guys are, who's how are you guys getting the barrels of ale back without Grizz and Harsh?
We can tag team them. It's 450, 350, but 2 people be able to handle that, right?
I can.
I'll let you guys.
Levitate
Yeah.
one.
There you go.
Ooh, nice.
You just
I
see
figured
me.
you guys got like a. I figured you guys got like a wagon or some shit.
How long does levitate last?
Long enough for us to get it back to the thingy.
Alright.
Not that long, but we'll just say in this instance, you'll just see me strumming along, levitating the barrel up ahead of me, and just every once in a while it tips over and pours a little ale in my mouth, and I just keep walking down. I just put something in the chat. I'm gonna pay a courier to do 2 things, and whatever amount of gold that is, I'll do a silver, whatever. But yeah, Outside of that, I'm gonna head back with the team to go get our
Okay.
polling on.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say that you can get. All right, one more time. That was the the Remora scales and the heat source glands, right?
The eggs.
Or the
Remember
eggs.
as
Thank you.
Eggs and glands.
Yep.
Oh, and the scales. That's right. I can make an armor. Can I make like a multi-scale armor? Like since I have two dragon scales, the two white dragon scales, can I put those two on there and then the rest like Remoraz and still get the benefits of the white dragon scale?
It'll come
you would
down to
also have
the talent of the
green scales.
blacksmith.
Got it.
You would also
What's
have
that?
some green. You would also have green scales that would have been dumped
So-
out, and I assume Grizz picked up.
Green and white for sure. Yes. Oh, green, white, and some Remoraz. Oh my god.
So because the Remorad's eggs are so very fresh, you
Uh-huh.
get an absolute coin for them compared to normally. So each egg alone is 200 gold pieces.
Oh, it's gonna be
Nice.
like 2,000.
I know, right?
And then the heat source glands, also extremely fresh, even more valuable and impressive because of what they're utilized for. And so those are going to be 450 gold pieces each.
Nice.
Nice job.
I have four.
Nice
of them.
job.
All right. Hey, the other thing that I have is, and I don't think anybody needs it, is a ring of acid resistance.
No.
Not right now.
Well, that'd be good.
Asuk says that looks pretty nice.
Sug.
Is he done
I
weeping?
kid.
Is he done weeping?
He still looks pretty broken up.
I want to
Now
cut
that
him.
you're back.
I want to cut him loose. I'm a little concerned about him, about his mental state.
I'm gonna take a tree branch in front of him and Harshnag and break it and say, "Sorry, gents, we only have room in the party for one of you," and throw the two broken halves and say, "Figure it out."
Oh, hold
No,
on.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Is it Dark Knight reference?
Yeah, it was. it was.
Wow.
Nice. That's pretty good.
All right.
I think after that we'll end up back in Party Town.
Yeah, I would go with Caldrum to the Shrine of Mystra and just pray to thank her as well.
All right. Warwick, take 15 gold pieces out of your pouch for your courier.
So okay, got it.
Okay. And Grizz, noted. And nothing
Out of-
happens.
Out of character, Caldrum, are you sharing that gold or you pocketing it?
Who do you
I
think
am
he is,
pocketing
Adrin?
it.
I mean, I will not say a word. I will just give him a nod. That's it.
I am pocketing it for my own expenses, but I will be buying a couple of healing potions.
Yep,
Oh,
no
gee, can
worries.
I retcon real quick? And as I pick up the ale, can I also buy their finest bottle of whatever
Fire
liquor
whiskey. Little fire whiskey.
whatever their finest bottle of liquor they have,
Their liquor bottle.
whatever
All right.
is they have.
100 gallons of ale and liquor. I
100
like it.
gallons of fire whiskey. Done.
So this is a pretty decent establishment with quite a collection of options for you. Most are in like the 20 to 40 gold piece bottle range for their whiskeys. However, as you ask for their finest bottle, he does reach behind the bar. A little sliding case back there that he unlocks. Seems to use some type of little magical means to do so, and pulls out this 280 gold piece bottle.
I'm buying it.
All right. He gives you a little bit of backstory about this fire whiskey. It's called Dragon Breath. They say that it's heated and distilled with the breath of a small wormling, giving it its unique properties.
I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm not even gonna talk the guy down. I'm taking it and going. I'm gonna take
All
it
right.
as I walk out. I'm gonna be like, "All right, just gotta do this before we go." And I'm gonna open up the bottle. I'm gonna smell it. Just take a little
You
of it.
you get the hints of a heavily spiced, extremely smooth liquor that is the depth of the aroma immediately tells you that it was worth every coin.
I consider for a second drinking the entire thing myself, and then think, no. I gotta share this. I gotta share it. And then I'll head back to cabin. Head back to the cabin. Yep.
Okay. Any other purchases or sales that you guys wanted to do?
280 gold for that. Better be
I'm going to get
low job.
2 superior.
Okay.
I'm going to write this. 2 superior healing.
Nice.
Evan, here you can put these in the group pack too. The 2 superior.
I will add those in there right now.
And I would
So
say
we had-
we would have given you the bag of holding as we came back. So
Okay, so we have four greater healing potions and 2 superior healing potions that I put in there. Okay.
Sug wants to know where you found the bag of holding. How did you get it back?
Mr.
That is
Giveth.
amazing.
The dragon gave it back to us. Don't worry about it, Asu. We're good.
You are truly full of surprises.
I'm gonna look at Amber and be like, we might want to cut this guy loose. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I'll just whisper that. I don't want Asu to hear.
Oh, gee, what was the ring worth? I didn't get that.
Oh, you were selling the ring? Sorry. That was the acid protection, right?
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Happy St. Patty's Day, everybody.
Yeah, happy St.
Oh,
Pat's.
yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Garrett hates us now because you two fucked up his plans. 2 weekends,
Yeah.
2 weeks in a row. That's
I
fine.
mean, hate is a strong word.
He's got to be used to us fucking up his plans by now, though.
That's fair. That's a very fair point.
I think that's the first time Eric and I have fucked up his plans, though. We have now officially embraced the chaos. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, you two are not my troublemakers. What the hell?
We have officially off on them.
I still can't believe that rolled.
That's
oh,
awesome.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't either.
ecstatic right now. Like, as much as I wanted you guys to be fucked with, I'm ecstatic.
Yeah.
So that ring of resistance is pretty rare. You negotiate a little bit with them. You can tell that they really want it pretty badly. In doing so, you find that it is worth. They're going to offer you 3,500 gold pieces for it.
Double it and it's a deal.
Does he have any diamonds here?
Yeah, we'll say that he can. He does.
I will trade him 3,000 and a diamond. A 500 gold piece diamond.
Nice.
Okay, good.
That's 3. All right. Sweet. Oh my goodness, I feel like I can go shopping now.
Right?
So we're all heading back to the cabin to drink.
Yeah. Anything else you guys wanted to do while you're in town?
That's it for me. I'm gonna go get my fire whiskey drink on.
All right. You guys head back to the cabin and begin enjoying some well-earned, much-deserved pints. And it becomes a bit of a rowdy cabin session, but you guys, you high with emotions of a roller coaster day. The ale hits particularly hard and particularly well, and it allows you the chance to just absorb the events for the last few weeks. Think about all you've learned, the tough battles you've encountered, a realization that despite the fact that you've become mere gods among men in many ways, and that you stand out from the crowd, there are still those out there that pack a bigger punch, and that you can't necessarily take them for granted, and that you've been, in a way, put in your place a little bit, but realizing the uphill climb that you have in front of you to accomplish what you've set out to do. What the party's done recently, how you've bonded, cracked, perhaps bonded again, the numerous stories, tangents, ongoing efforts. And there's just been a lot to absorb. And you try to just take that in while enjoying a good ale, as well as letting it out and letting it go, and just taking a night as men and women, having a good pint in a beautiful forest, at a cabin. Maybe at some point you realize it's getting a little dark and you should probably light a lantern.
I would say that lantern of revealing is lit the entire time.
I wanted to confirm. And you catch no sign of anything at this particular point. But you guys just get to enjoy the evening. Anything in particular that you guys want to... Oh, no. I went too high on my click with roll 20, went into my favorite. Gotta reload. Sorry, I hit a bookmark bar. Anything you guys are doing in particular during this this drinking session? Any chatter amongst the group that you wanna have? So call this a little campfire chat here.
I would question Caldrum more about Mistra to give me more information, and because he hasn't necessarily pledged himself to a deity. He just was feeling out Gueron, but now she brought him back.
Well, what do you wish to know? I mean, she's all around us. She's imbued in that axe that you have, or both of them actually. This pendant that I have, she's imbues her powers everywhere. From gives a nod to Siddle, to Warwick. Any type where there's magic, she's blessed it.
I would just take that, and when there was a quieter moment, it was just pray, or at least try to pray to her and see if I'm kind of have any inkling towards her that I didn't get with Gueron or anything like that.
Okay.
That'd be all.
Yeah, and since Amrook is so wise in the ways of magic, it hits you particularly hard. You can sense it through that magic flowing through your veins.
That's what I figured.
Anything else you guys? Go ahead.
Drink a lot of that fire whiskey or whatever it is, but pass it around, tell everybody the story of where it came from. And as he's partying, he's going to come to the realization that we just met Imarith, and he's going to remember that Osboroth is still after him, and he's gonna go just sit in the cabin, sit at the table. He's gonna pop open his book, and he's just gonna just look at those 2 pages where all he wrote was, the last sentence that Osboroth said to him about my demise. He's just gonna the happiness is gonna leave my face, and I'm just gonna focus on that until I fall asleep.
Okay.
Does Amrook have that damn wand out again?
Maybe.
Negative. He's just a sad boy.
Anything else you guys want to do?
Just a bad man. Nope.
Nope.
No, I think I'm pretty tired.
So Harsh is, just to others in the party. So Harsh is just pounding the ale, for the record. He's sitting right outside the cabin. If some of you were inside, he's just up against it, kind of arm in one of the windows. What looks like the tree trunk kind of disappears in the mirage at one point. He's enjoying this little effect.
Whenever I see someone start to look like they're going to pass out soon,
Yep.
I go up, slap them on the back, and when I do, I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration on them. I can do that like 4 times.
Oh, that's beautiful. Keeping the night going on.
I like it.
And Harsh is gonna get in storytelling mode. He begins telling you epic stories about battles he's had in the past, his time with previous adventuring parties, primarily down in the south. He tells you of dragons that he's taken down, of his travel through the storm horns, through down to the forest of Tether, his time in how he was actually welcome in Waterdeep, one of the few cities that he feels comfortable and home. You see him get a little bit. What's that?
Neat. I said, that's neat.
One of the he tears up a little bit as he starts to talk about some of his companions that he's lost, and he gets a little sappy on you guys and appreciative of the invite that you've brought him as part of this group, and he starts to get a little weary too about the quest in front of him. It seems to be a harder climb than he may have thought previously. Meanwhile, Sug is also getting hammered. He seems to be relaxing a little bit, but he was pounding it hard early on, pretty stressed, pretty struggling. He gets a little emotional in the end too. He starts breaking down at the end, how much he loves you guys and everything else, how important he is. He goes on to say about how hard it was losing Amrook and Harsh, how he felt like he failed again. This is not the first time he's lost companions that he was meant to protect, and he took it rather hard. And then he tells you the story of his last job. He was actually a bodyguard to some wizards over in Everland, and as a bodyguard, he failed in his duties. He allowed his employers to be kidnapped, and has not yet found them. And then it weighs on him hard. He just couldn't fight back against these drow, and it was too much. So he hopes to revive himself by protecting the group of you.
Do we catch a name?
Of who he was, his employers?
Yeah, of who he's protecting.
He mentioned the Cloudfang brothers. You hear Terran at one point is one of the brothers' names, and Farrell.
I mean, I'm very in tune with magic, so I would know all about those 2 brothers.
Yeah, you feel really connected with them. Give me a quick history check. Whoever wants to, with advantage. You know what? Normal. I'm gonna offset the advantage considering you guys are half drunk. You guys are mostly drunk.
You said history?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
30-20.
All right. You're pretty familiar, Caldrum, and Althea, you've heard the name a little bit, but Caldrum, you can relay a little bit more. The Cloudfang brothers are pretty powerful wizards. The lineage goes back a long time over in Everland. They have at different points held power within the government for Everland. However, now they're a bit more independent and secluded. A little bit odd. You hear a lot of rumors coming from them about the oddities of the magic that they learned, constantly trying to learn new spells, experiment, have destroyed their area and their land more than a few times trying new spells, but ultimately there's a lot of respect for them. That blood lineage is strong with magic, and they are known to be some of the more talented wizards within the land, particularly in that vicinity. But also, what's the word I'm looking for here? Give me one quick second. Yeah, particularly with transmutation magic.
Would we, so as Caldrum's sharing this, would we have any inkling as to why such powerful wizards would have hired him to protect them? Just seems a little odd.
Apparently, I guess you go and give me a persuasion check with advantage as you're inquiring along those lines.
Just me, or does this seem odd? Are you guys barking up the same tree, or?
Maybe.
I'll
yeah,
ask the group.
odd.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as he goes into it, he tells you there were a number of bodyguards that patrol the lands. They were bodyguards as well as security for the territory themselves. I guess the wizards were overly paranoid and wanted protection even when they were not readily available. There were a number of traps and everything else on the property in addition, but they were they often felt their lives in danger, and I guess in the end, being kidnapped, it proved as true. But they were a wary bunch.
Okay.
So just to make sure we're all on the same page, we're decided we're headed towards Dork.
What are the odds that she comes after us again? Will she know where we're at? How do we keep safe as we head that way and as we continue our travels? How did she know where we were at to begin with?
It's a good question.
Yes, that's a great question. I don't know.
I think we need to buy some more oil and keep this lantern lit as much as possible.
It's a good idea.
Yeah.
She's got to be after us for a reason. Does anybody know anything about her? What she would have come after us for? We haven't talked to her before, have we?
No, but maybe she knew that we were in the. Maybe she wasn't after us specifically. She just knew that somebody was in the Eye of the Allfather.
You think
But
she had
now
it
she knows.
trapped?
Could have been. That could have been who those barbarians were. Maybe they worked for her. I don't know.
Gee, help me out. Did we specifically get from Anon, whatever his name was, that she was the one behind, that the Doom of the Sands was the one behind the kidnapping of Hecatan?
Yeah.
Definitely.
I was just making sure that he specifically said that it was her, not just kind of alluded to and left it open.
No,
It was her, and then
not-
there were other people involved. Like,
Yeah. I know he said it was the sisters, and then we kind
Yeah.
of poked and prodded a little bit, but do we know absolute for sure it was her?
yeah, I took it as she was the one
Yeah.
who convinced the sisters and whoever else to take down King Hecaton, kidnap him, get rid of him. It was all from her. That's how I took it.
And then the Slarkle.
Yeah,
Whatever his
I
name
got
was.
that too, and that's why I'm just clarifying. I don't want to make any assumptions, and then we're making it a plan based on an assumption. So I'm just clarifying that that's what
Well, that's what we do. That's what we do all the time.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right. You're right.
Par
I shouldn't
course.
ask.
That's it for
So,
me. Warwick is,
how do we want to get there from here?
what's the closest place we can get to?
Well, so here's the thing. We could look at my list. I think Loudwater was one of the places we could port to.
I think so as well.
The problem is with the big guy here.
I can walk.
Harsh, have you ever seen that dragon before?
I have seen blue dragons in the sky numerous times. I do not believe, however, Imrith was one of them. I have done my best to keep my distance from where she lives. Her reputation precedes her, I should say. She is one of those most feared among the lands, and one that, despite my hatred of dragons, one I would not want to trifle with alone.
Caldrum, does your spell limit us on taking Harshnag, or
We would just have to teleport into town. Because it would be the sigils in town.
Yeah, and this one is in a basement of a tavern.
well, I mean, surprise.
Harsh, as much as you're part of the group, did you have any priorities that you were working on? I know Eye of the Allfather was your immediate task. But now that with the information we've been given, what are your thoughts?
It is clear to me that getting to the Storm King's court is what must be done. And I will do whatever I need to get there.
Do you have any connection to the daughters or the brother or any part of the family? Any contacts?
I do not. I was never graced with the presence to enter the court of the Storm Lord, so I could be of no help here. I apologize and wish I could do more.
Although, about the same. As I say, since he's used to being in Waterdeep, he did say Waterdeep, right?
Yeah, Waterdeep.
We could port to Waterdeep,
Well,
but that's still about the same from where we are here.
Yeah.
well, let me see here.
I could travel separately, but it would take me a good 8 days to meet you there.
Out of character,
If
is
all
there a
went
reason that we're deciding to bring Harshipu down to the Stone Giants?
Because he's a friggin' tank.
Okay, all right, that's fine. I was just curious. I mean, other than the benefit of battle, I just didn't know if there was an additional reason.
I mean, if we can't figure it out, then we'll tell him we'll meet him.
So, Caldron, we have this potion of diminution. I'm not sure how that could affect Harshnag, if that can make him small enough, at least just for us to teleport and then get him out.
I was just gonna say, man, I kind of wish Adrian was here because he had a spell that could make people smaller.
It gives us the effect of the we can reduce his size for a little bit.
It's what
1d4 hours. So
what's the
Size reduction.
size reduction? Yeah, it's just one.
Basically, it's reduce and large.
Okay.
So what's that reduce and large spell? I think it's the same one that Adrian had.
Yeah.
So he would go from giant to like
one
Griswold
size?
size, right?
Yeah, he would go to my size.
So that could work. Target size is halved in all dimensions. So
Oh.
and its weight is reduced to 1/8 of normal. Oh no, this reduction decreases its size by one category. So
One category. Yeah.
Yeah, so he'd move down to large, like Grizz.
Would
They
it
would-
would
they
it
would-
also take into effect all his
Gear.
yeah.
I think that's the way we played
all-
it before.
Yeah.
all the
It's
stuff he's
yeah,
wearing?
Yes, the target's
Yeah.
weapons also
Yeah.
shrink to match its size.
Okay.
so if we can have him drink that and then
and then
teleport.
go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great
That way,
plan.
Oh man, if you guys had that, you could have just grabbed the glaive and then chugged the potion, no problems.
don't want to waste it.
Yeah.
No, I'm just
This
kidding.
is a better
sure. Use of it.
utilization of it.
Good idea.
Uh,
Key.
Yeah, I think that's good. Let's,
He got the great. I'm going to give you inspiration for that.
I love it. I love it.
I say we get our long rest in and head out first thing in the morning.
Good with that.
Yeah, I'm all for that.
I agree.
So, Eric, did you use kick out your 4-level spells for the lesser restoration to everybody?
My second level spell. Yeah.
Second level, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All good.
The
This
lantern.
Sonic goes up.
We would have kept the lantern lit the entire night, by the way.
This would have been a beautiful time for me to throw a battle at you guys.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Oh,
Pretty
waiting for
depleted
Dragon
on spell
to come back.
slots. Except for Siddle. Siddle's been hoarding them pretty well.
Can we make one more trip in the morning and we can take care of it quick? But I just want to take it. Ask Caldrum, is there some library or something I could go to real quick just to read up on this dragon to find out like how she knew where we were at, what we could find out, because I don't really feel safe traveling if she can just fly to us with it within our travels.
I mean, that's gonna happen, whether we know that or not.
I'll
But the more you know about your enemy, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As he's doing that, I'll as he's looking in the library, I'll go to if Caldrum's father is available. I'll ask him the same question to see if maybe he knows. We can
Like
tag team it.
Yeah, we just
team
tag
it.
teamed your dad. Deal with it.
Wow.
I'm gonna go ahead and move you guys to the home screen so you can long rest
Yeah, we're
with
home.
your icons.
Amen.
Do you have to be clicked on your icon with
didn't
it
know
on
that.
the screen now? I'm just curious. I've never done it.
I don't know.
I don't
I haven't
know.
used the new-
Can you do it straight from the character sheet now?
That's what I was asking. I don't know.
I don't know. I never have to long
Try it.
rest.
Yes, you can just click long rest in your character sheet.
And it doesn't even pop up in the thing.
Oh, sweet.
No, mine fixed my health points
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
and my
Yeah.
spell.
My rage didn't redo, but everything else did.
Yeah, almost all mine did, but yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Anywho, you need me to make a investigation check or anything for what I can find out about our girl?
Yes.
I'll make one too then, assuming.
And give me a persuasion check on your part. Or investigation, actually. You get read, or Warwick, for you as well.
Can I ask Adrian to tag along with me? Because I'm sure he's been in the halls of this library hours
yeah.
upon
You cannot.
hours.
Adrian is gone.
Or Caldrum.
He is not
Did I
with
say
the party.
Adrian? I thought I said Caldrum.
You said Adrian. It's old habit. I'm with you.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
god! Look at my
Wow.
roll. Holy shit!
Wow, that's
Yeah.
awesome.
Dust.
That's for the entire day, so...
Oh,
Guess who's not getting any battle today?
Oh, and my investigation was a 25.
Okay. So a couple different things going on here. You guys splitting up, doing your thing. So let's go with the investigation of the library first, since you have them going. I'm going to take the 18 here with the advantage for Amruk. You are looking into Imrith. I assume. Let me ask you this: are you going to keep everything to yourself, or are you going to pass on some details?
I would think he would share it with the party. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, I was going to drop a more complete background for the party across the board, but as you're reading it very specifically too, for attempting to figure out details about how she may have found you and followed you, it is not immediately clear to you exactly how that might be. However, you also know that Imrith is extremely powerful, not only as an ancient dragon itself, but as a spellcaster, as well as a collector of unique magical items that have been lost in the Anarok Desert for millennia, centuries, and that she has had near complete territorial control over that area, bringing up items of unbelievable value, many of which are unknown to travelers that would even know what powers or capabilities they may or may not have. As for those that is known for her to have, it's not clear to you. She has been known to teleport at different times. From what they believe, they've seen sightings of her occurred rapidly from one place to another at multiple times in history. Her most common usage, however, is it used to be some type of modification on like, I don't even know how best to describe this, like change shape, not a polymorph for hers, but the ability to create stone-like creatures. It's almost like a stone-shaped spell, but a modification of her own devices. But as far as tracking goes, there's no good notes within the system.
Would I put together that the stone creatures that came after us in Yortar could be hers?
I would say Emrook remembers that just the way as Carl does. So yeah, you would start to be suspicious about that.
All right, I'd share that suspicion with the party that, we had previously thought it was Nasana, but there's potential there that it was Imrith the entire time.
So she knew of us before we were in the eye.
And then anything else you were looking for there before we go to Warwick?
No, I mean, you gave me enough, I think.
Okay.
I guess I would think of any ways to hide from her as well, but I mean, if she's that powerful, I don't know that I would have kept going.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty tough. I'll give you a pretty extensive history of Imrith that you would know in-game, what you would find in the books, although I know you're already pretty familiar out of game too. Switching over to Warwick, so you were heading to Caldrum's dad, right?
Yep.
And what is your intention here? What are you looking for, asking?
Just to find out as much about Imrith as possible. Basically,
Okay.
and what Imrith is also trying
Yeah,
to do.
and ultimately what I put out, you'll get very similar things from him. Most of what he knows is actually from the library himself, from you studying and talking to researchers that help build that out. So you two will get similar, I don't know, pass it to the whole group, a similar biography of Imrith that you're able to find outside the game.
before we go travel, as soon as everyone gets back, I'm gonna look at Warwick. Warwick, you said you found a shard of some sort back at the um, Temple of Ammon. What was it? What does it do?
Yeah, I may not have mentioned this, but as soon as I identified to it during our short rest, I would have told everybody what it is and what all it does. I think it's in the group pack because it does a ton of shit. So, but yeah, it is the Shard of the Ice Rune, and I would tell everybody about all the stuff that it does.
And you guys all have access to it just in case.
Yep.
I don't see it, but that's okay. You've sent it to us before or previously, so I'm good.
I see it
Yeah.
very top here.
Okay, yeah. So it didn't appear under the character. I got you.
Ah, there it is. I'll move it down and line
No,
up
I
a
think
little
that's
bit.
good. That works. I'm good.
This seems to be pretty powerful. Who's going to? Anam said that this could be something that helps us. Who's going to take it? Seems more set for spellcaster, maybe. I don't know.
Not sure. I have to think about it. There's been a lot going on, so I'm gonna read a little bit more into it, and maybe it makes sense to transfer some of these magical items into a cloak or boots. I don't know.
Well,
Question I have outside of character is it says you can transfer the shard into like cloak or boots, and then it has specific things that it does, whether you transfer it into one or the other. But my question is, it also does just general things like frigid touch and frost friend and icy mantle. Do you get all of those plus what it does if you transfer it into a cloak or the boots? Does that make sense?
No, those are lost if you transfer it in.
Okay, so if you transfer it into the boots, you would then get you can ignore difficult terrain and you can walk on water, but that's it.
Correct. Plus the fire damage, right? No, that would just be the cloak. Sorry.
Got it. But if
Yes,
I
not
kept it as a
quite as
shard,
powerful as the transfer.
got it. Okay, so keeping it as a shard, as long as I attune to it, I don't have to hold it. As long as you attune to it and keep it on you, do you then get everything else except for if you? Okay, cool. Got it.
Yes.
Julio. Yeah, if anybody in character, if anybody wants this and it wants to attune to it, cool. I think it's pretty powerful, so it might make sense, as a utility item. We could just give it to Amrook. He'll probably break it or lose it or throw it.
That sounded like a
Or-
little salt from Keegan there.
Totally was. It definitely was.
That's
Uh,
awesome.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. But now, if after we wake up and find out whatever information we have, I'm ready to toss the potion of diminution to Harshnag, him drink
Real
it,
quick.
and we.
Before we leave, I'm gonna step Warwick off to the side as we're gathering everybody up. All right, listen. I don't know if this is gonna work, but I know you have some darkness, if you will, attached to you somehow. I don't know if this is gonna work, but let me try it anyway. And as I do, I take some of this newly acquired diamond dust, sprinkle it over top of Warwick.
I'll
I'm
sneeze
going
real
to
quick.
cast. What's that?
I'm gonna sneeze real quick because some of it goes up my nose.
And I'm going to cast Greater Restoration.
Oh
Ooh.
shit!
Positive energy.
Shit!
One curse.
Okay.
I mean, maybe it's not specifically what the spell is, but I'm going for DM interpretation.
Yep.
I appreciate that, Caldrum. Thank you. I don't know what's looming over me or staying with me, but something's definitely got a hold of my soul, it seems. So I appreciate it.
As you complete the spell, there is no immediate identifiable change to Warwick, either from your point of view, Caldrum, or from yours, Warwick. I'm gonna hold it that.
Do I know that Keldrum, would you have said this to the group that you're doing this?
No, I would have kept it between me and Warwick.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not hiding it, but it's like a personal conversation. Like you might have overheard me saying it. I'm not being quiet about it, but I'm also not telling the whole group, "Hey, I'm gonna do this."
If I would have seen it or known or whatever, if I would have known that Keldrum's trying to do that, I would have walked up to say, and maybe cast Divine Sense to see if I still get that darkness. But gee, that's your call, because
Give me a perception check.
This is when he rolls a nat 20.
well, 11.
See shit.
You don't seem to notice them slide off.
All right, Loudwater.
Loudwater it is. Do you think this potion will work on Harshnag?
Go
Pretty
ahead,
big.
try it now. Go ahead.
Hey, Harshy Poo. And I'm going to pull out the potion
Autumn.
of ammunition and toss it on up to him.
Before he drinks it, would we know if it would have any negative effect, him being a frost giant?
You're not entirely sure.
All right.
Can
I
I-
just didn't
can
want to make it all this way just to kill him because of a potion.
Well, I mean, knowing that, I mean, I cast some pretty crazy spells, and so does Caldrum. I mean, would we have an idea of what it would do? If it would do anything?
There's no reason for you to think it wouldn't work as normal, based on what you know.
Nice. I hate when you do that shit. I mean, I love it.
I love it.
Like, I'll toss it to Harsh. I'll be like, so Harsh, this should reduce your size just long enough for us to get into Loudwater. Don't have any reason to think it'll have any negative effects that'll last permanently.
Well, imagine if he can't go back, like if it just stays like that.
It says 1d4 hours, so I'll roll a d4, by the way. 4 hours, holy shit! Yeah.
What you don't know is this is actually a cursed potion. It's going to shrink him 4 sizes as opposed to just 1, and you've got a miniature Harshnag permanently.
Nice.
I mean, that's not.
Go in my
bad.
pocket, Harshy Poo. It's like Ant-Man. He's got the same strength.
Yeah.
He's just that small, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. So a little bit concerned. He's gonna a tiny vial in his hand. Bottoms up. In one quick sip, takes it down, and you see in front of your eyes. You've seen a lot of things, but to see this gargantuan giant slowly begin shrinking down, coming down to your size, and then finally looking eye to eye with Griswold.
Baby giant.
Is this what it feels like to be a half giant, eh?
Baby giant.
baby giant, as they say.
Yeah.
But yes,
He's going to come over and he's going to put his arm around you, Grizz, and he's going to say, I must tell you, the view is much better from up there.
I can imagine.
He's gonna let out a bellowing laugh.
I can imagine, because I'm staring at your balls half the time, so I would agree.
Make sure you get a good look.
Chris has got a little mushroom stamp on his forehead. Got it.
Pretty much.
Nice.
All
I
right.
feel like
All right, ready?
Harsh is the new Drax in the group now.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
Awesome.
Yes.
So,
All right,
with that
to
said,
to the smiling satyr in
to the
Loudwater.
smiling satyr.
Wonder if we should have sent
So-
a message before we. Oh,
No. Surprise.
yeah.
Surprise.
No. Amrook says that as we're like sucked into the portal. Hey guys, maybe we should have sent a. Zoom.
No, because I don't know who to send it there to. Wow, no, we've already been. Me and Sid already been through it once.
Yeah.
Yeah, you popped through and spent a few minutes there. What, 10 minutes to learn it?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So you would know that Revel Chamb3r would be the gentleman that you'd want to talk to.
What was? Hold on, I don't have that name.
Hold tight. Let me.
Slumbar. This chair
There
has
it
good
is.
slumbar report.
Lamar. All right.
And you caught him, last time you were there, a heavyset young man. You caught him sleeping in a nearby bed in this basement. You started him awake at the time. He doesn't seem to be too sharp with his guard duty.
It's correct me if I'm wrong. He's they're all Harpers, right?
Yes, these are all Harpers.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be on. I don't think we should tarry too long in town, so let's get the heck out of town.
Okay. So you're heading outside of town into your cabin for the teleportation circle?
What?
Oh,
once
yeah,
we,
yeah, yeah,
Once we
no.
get to.
Oh, you mean
Loudwater.
you're talking about once you get there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you end up in this tavern. He's not there whenever you enter. You enter in this
Okay.
basement with as you're familiar with at this point, with a set of circular stairs that lead out of this basement. There's not much there as it opens up. It opens up this secret door through a large wooden trunk in the floor above it, and you guys are able to step out of it into a old cloakroom within this tap room. And despite the fact that it's very early in the morning, the place is entirely dead. Much so. Revel is not there when you arrive, and the place is empty and evacuated for the most part.
Reed's gonna see if he can steal a bottle of alcohol.
They are just sitting back there with no one watching, so he is absolutely able to. He's able to grab a nice little whiskey, a little on the lighter side, a little sweeter.
Not like that 280 gold piece bottle of Dragon's Breath. Shit was
Do,
delicious.
Warwick and I don't know, maybe Reed. Do you guys want to hang around in town and see if you guys can find any information out, like about Lork or any of the stone giants or anything?
I'm fine doing that. Yeah, I can find a local barkeep, or if they have some type of library, big, small, whatever the case, I can try to find out some information on that.
We'll go outside of town and wait for you guys.
Okay. As you guys exit this, okay, Chris.
Oh yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay. I was just gonna say, as you guys exit this little tavern that is empty at this point, you head into the town, and the first thing that strikes you is the dichotomy between the beauty of the town and the lack of jovialness amongst it, the lack of levity. It is a very somber town. Anyone that you see is moving quickly through the streets and quickly getting back indoors. You see windows shut, places boarded up and protected. And yet, looking around the actual town itself, you hear the water not far away, the Chamb3r River trickling through. You see just small, understated, but simplistically beautiful buildings of houses and what appear to be some form of offices and storefronts. You see picturesque gardens throughout the entirety of this town that, while at one time look extremely maintained, do look like they are a little dilapidated at this point, a little undernourished. Perhaps they lack some water in the vicinity. You notice that as you kind of look into the surroundings, you see what was a small stone wall surrounding the town in certain areas. As you kind of look down the streets, and you see that there are people piling more and more stones higher and higher. You can see the new portion of the stone wall is extending above where the old portion is. You can actually see that differential, and they seem to be working quite hard. You see guards surrounding the outskirts of the city, just inside the wall, that seem to be doing that, pacing back and forth, doing some circles, looping through. This seems very much like a town on the defensive.
Ooh, so they have been recently attacked, it would seem. So, assuming the party has left already, and
I'm gonna head with.
And you guys are seeing this as you're leaving town too. So basically, as you're walking through town or walking out of town, this is what you're seeing.
I'm gonna head with Warwick and Reed as well. I've got a couple of questions.
Okay, so Warwick, Reed, and Grizz are hanging around town.
yes.
Okay. And you see some people, mostly men, few women and children that are out and about at this point. That spend no more than just stuck out of the house and right back in. There are some different men that you find that are boarding up their doors and windows, that are kind of packing things up from the outside and bringing them in. It seems like they're sheltering in place in a lot of ways. So there are men out, but primarily there's just mostly soldiers that are roaming through the outskirts that are paying little attention to anyone inside the walls.
Out of character, I don't want to go like too nuts. I gotta leave at like 7 a.m. for a flight.
Ooh.
So if we're gonna be a little longer, totally cool. If someone wants to like take over Warwick for a little bit, so I can go get a couple hours of sleep.
No, I figured that Siddle's got to be getting tired too, and we are going to about 1. You guys all have kids too, so it is entirely your call when you're ready to go.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna head out now, but I don't want to end it. If you guys are still want to do this for a little bit, totally up to you guys. Whatever you.
I'll tell you what. Why doesn't Warwick ask a little bit of questions while he's in town, since you're doing the inquiring, and then call it there.
Cool.
I'm asking a question.
What's that?
Nothing.
Siddle asking the questions here.
I was impersonating Warwick. I don't know.
I'm not gonna ask questions. I'm just gonna find somebody I can sleep with. Yeah. So I'll go up to the guards or whoever is basically like piling stone and rebuilding the walls. It would seem like, and I'll say, let's see, what kind of questions do I want to ask them? Hey, so we just arrived into Luskin, or where are we at? Sorry, Lork.
Loudwater.
We just arrived into Lork, and what's going on?
Loudwater.
You guys, what's
Loudwater.
that? Are we in
Loudwater.
Loudwater? Sorry, we're going to Lork. Yeah, you guys look like you're rebuilding. Were you guys attacked? What's going on?
And they seem they give you a momentary glance. They're actually not entirely friendly with you. I mean, they're a little cut off, a little short. They seem to be a bit tired already, lacking sleep. Haven't been attacked yet, but we're trying to prevent that from happening.
I'll
You're gonna ask questions, grab some stones, and start piling them up.
Yep, I'll grab some stones and start helping them pile it up and be like, I'm Warwick of the Phandalin Phive, and these are a few people that accompany me, and the rest of our group is outside Loudwater. What attack are you guys preparing for?
Clearly, you're quite outside. How did you get here without realizing this? Do you not realize these stone giants are wreaking havoc on these lands? Zelbros has been wiped out. Oralbar has been flattened. Lork and Parnast, it's like they were never there. Those who haven't left town yet, those of us that can't leave town, will do what we can to defend it, but I think it's a lost cause. He's going to go back to moving his rocks, piling them up, higher stones now, trying to build up these walls.
Have you guys seen stone giants outside of Loudwater? Obviously, Zelbros and Oralbar are close, but have you guys seen stone giants within a couple miles of here, or?
Scouting trips have seen them walking through the South Wood below here. Others have seen them to the east by the Grey Vale. We have not yet seen them as far as the Chamb3r River. We believe that the river may be partially protecting us for a little bit, but it only did so long for Zelbros. It's only a matter of time before we are next. We shall do what we can to defend.
Well, luckily, Phandalin Phive, we were just up north fighting a few giants of our own, so maybe we can help you guys. I'll get the rest of the group and see what we can do for you. Don't be alarmed.
I've heard that before. The number of men that have gone out to fight giants and never come back.
I'm gonna pull out a fire giant fingernail.
I was gonna say,
here we
yeah.
go.
I'm gonna pull out a fire giant fingernail and say, yes, they may have died. May have unfortunately died, but we have slain many giants ourselves.
Yes, they do die of natural causes. I could probably have found one of those myself if I had ventured outside these walls.
I want to kill this guy so bad.
Like I understand you're frustrated and you have little faith, but apparently you haven't heard of the Phandalin Phive.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, damn.
Persuasion. 21.
He's going to momentarily pause and hold tight for a minute. I'm sorry, I have not. He's gonna hold tight for a moment and kind of, you see his attitude change a little bit. I'm very sorry, I am being rude. I have not heard of the Phandalin Phive, but very little news arrives here, except for the destruction of our nearby towns. People leave, they do not come. Nothing but scouting parties, wannabe adventurers, those that have tried to help and ultimately have died. Some of us grew up in this town and do not want to leave it. Do not want to see everything we've built our entire lives flattened and wiped out like we were never here. But it's probably a fool's errand. We cannot even stack these stones as high as the stone giants stand. They peer right over the wall. They will use this very wall against us. But it's all that we can do. If I can give you any good advice, don't follow the foolish old man that I am. Leave. Leave town. Leave immediately while it's daylight. Before any harm becomes of you. Go west and leave us be. Warn those in Chamb3r and Ulavin to brace it, to send an army against these men, because that is what it will take. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna, assuming the rest of the party is still walking out of town. Can I still see them? Like, are they close to us by any means, or?
They at this point are out of your sight. You guys kind of went your separate ways. They're probably they're a little bit out of town at the moment, just outside the walls.
I'll tell this guy. Just give me 1 minute. I have a few other in the party, and I'm gonna bring them back and see if there's anything we can do to help you guys fortify the walls.
All right, you're gonna go run them down.
Just fair warning. We do have a giant with us. He is on our side. Don't freak out. His name is Harshnag. Hang tight. I'll be right back. I'm going to go over, I'm going to find the group and let them know everything that this guy just told me. Well, I think the stone giants are coming here, so we can do one of two things. We can either try to defend this town, help them fortify their walls, or we can go search for them ourselves and hope they don't take out Loudwater while we're out. My recommendation, let's see if we can help fortify these guys. Maybe we can have somebody do a little bit of scouting to find out where these stone giants may be. But if we can save any town in the area, I think it's worth it. Just my 2 cents.
Not a bad idea.
Are we going to try to talk to the stone giants, or are we going to try to take them out and get their their conch.
You know, I think they're at the point now where they're trying to take out everything in this area. So I think it's going to be the latter of the two.
I
But
mean, we should always try to talk first, but there's
Yes.
reality is
Yeah.
it's going to come down to.
well,
Yeah.
how about this? Let's take today and try to help fortify this town as much as we can. And then, if they haven't attacked by then, we can go out and try and find the stone giants, whoever their leader might be, and see if we can have a conversation.
Or at least try to find where
Right.
their hideout is at.
Right. But I think part of what we're trying to do is save the little people, as Amon or Anam put it. So anything we can do to help these guys, they're the last city or the last town in this area. So let's try to fortify that, and then go out and find the stone giants. Harshnag, maybe you know. You know of any stone giant fortress area in here, around here?
I do not. Not in this vicinity. I mean, you guys are aware of the one stone giant to the east. It's not far off, but so you guys probably know more than Harshnag does at this point.
Do we know the leader of the stone giants? By
Yeah,
chance?
we've gotten the name. Give me 1 second. I have him here. Thane Kalithika. Thane
Thane Kalithika.
So I'll
Kalithika.
just put Thane.
Kalithika.
All right, so Thane. So if Caldrum, if we know the name of the stone giant leader, I'll send him a message after we've fortified these walls just a little bit. I'll send him a message and see if maybe we can have a conversation and come to an understanding. If not, we know what it means.
Yeah.
It's fighting time. So, if we're good with that, G, then what I'll do, I'll lead the party back to the guy that I was just talking to. Here's the
Okay.
rest of the group. This is Harshnag. He's going to get about double the size here shortly. Again, don't freak out. Let us know where you need us.
Do you have a commanding officer?
At this point, we're a mere collection of citizens. We have no good commanding officer here.
Is there anybody taking up any kind of mantle of leader?
Mayor Warwick.
Mayor?
I wish I could tell you yes. I wish someone would have stepped up. Unfortunately, we do not have anyone that would be best. The High Lord's Hall is all but evacuated at this point. The current Lord, Telbor, Zazrek, has fled. I suppose the only man that is somewhat taken a bit of a stand is the owner of the tavern over there, and he's going to point towards where you just came from. Actually, the
Smiling satyr.
the Smiling Satyr, and he's going to say, Garwin Umbril has probably given the most direction of anybody else. That's Garwin, Umbryl, Umbril.
Any relation to Sharwin?
Yes.
Distant cousins.
Perfect. So we'll
Yep, that's it. You got it.
I'll thank that guy. We'll go find Garwin and see where we're best needed. I'm assuming
Yeah.
it's early morning, so we could probably spend the next couple hours help fortifying the walls, and Harshnag will get big and can stack the boulders even higher, and yada yada yada
Yeah,
yada.
by all means, you guys build up some of the wall, all good there. You guys help the denizens, meet some different people. Here's some different stories about the number of refugees that have come through here from the other towns that have told tales of the way that the giants have come on. That there have been untold number of them that come upon a town, basically chucking rocks until the citizens are dead or fleeing. At which point, looking back over their shoulders, they see the town being just utterly wiped out and torn apart brick by brick until the nature is nearly recovered back to what it was. The remnants of the town are nearly cleared and unfounded, and that they've slowly been working their way from east to west as well as south to north. That Parnast and Lork were the first ones to go, followed by an Oral Bar, and then Zelbros as well. The fact that Loudwater got skipped over is would indicate that it is imminent that they would be next.
As we help, I guess, fortify the town after a couple hours, I'll get back to the group and say probably better now than never. I can message or send a message to Thane and see if it's time for us to meet, or see if he's willing to talk. What do you guys think?
Yeah, maybe
Why not?
tomorrow. Maybe tomorrow morning.
Tomorrow morning?
Yeah.
Okay. Chamb3r, you ready to smash? I like it. Do you have to reattune to the axes since you went to a different plane?
It wasn't long enough for me to have to reattune, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, you were out of that area long enough. Is there a distance thing? No, I think you have to be distance 4 time.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you have the axes back though, right? Like you have the giant slayer and stuff.
I gave him back.
All right, just make sure he's
I
got
gotta
that
physically move him, but yeah.
Make sure he's got the right stuff. I'll look at that dragon armor and start salivating a little bit. A little drool comes out. It's all right. Don't worry about it. It's okay. Yeah. So if I'm gonna send a message to him the following day, then I will. I'll just keep helping them fortify everything until we go to bed. Not going to drink anything tonight, because I want to be prepared just in case those things show up.
Okay.
I'll post it in Campfire chat, but I would suggest if we have to send any messages, we send, randomly, not necessarily to the Stone Giants, before we go to bed. That way we don't have to think about it later.
Okay. Well, tell you what, it's now 1 a.m. I'm sure most of you guys are tired. We can, you're kind of at a pivot point here that you got some things to discuss, figure out exactly what your plan is, what you're sending, what you're thinking. I think this is a good stopping point. It's around noon of that day in which you guys have helped all through the morning, reinforced, picked up some rumors to the land. I think we pick up at noon there, and what you want to do.
Sounds good.
Side note before I forget. Reason I was thinking about using the sending now is I rolled really fucking good for porting.
Oh,
Wouldn't be a bad idea if we got into a fight to be able to use those. Almost forgot. 20 and a 1.
yeah. The only yeah. Mm,
But you used 2 spell slots.
I used 2 of my.
I like where you're
Fifth level
going though. Nat 20 on a persuasion check via your sending might be pretty nice.
Can you, if we do a short rest though, can you get one of your spell slots back?
No.
It has to be a long rest. What if you went? Well, no, I guess you would need 8 hours. You need 8 hours of sleep, right?
4 hours.
If
Well,
if you go to bed now, it's a long rest technically. You could be up by 4.
it's true.
Just throwing it out there, and then I'll wait until you get up.
If he can sleep, so or no,
Yeah.
you have to do a.
I don't need. Yeah, I
Yeah,
just
it's not a
meditate.
sleep; it's a meditation. So yeah, you'd be okay.
Just throwing it out there, that wouldn't be a bad idea. So,
all right.
But anyways,
Well, the thing is, I
think
think the way it actually works is, I only need 4 hours to rest, but I still need 8 hours to recover spells.
Yes.
got it. Okay, so that does.
You only
okay.
have to sleep for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Well, I can always at least send the message, and then if I don't know if he doesn't respond to it or he doesn't respond well, we can then go out the next day and Kick some ass and
Totally
take
up to you. Totally up to you.
Do you speak giant?
some. That's fair. I say a few words in giant. That's about it.
Did you
But I
take
do have
tongues?
tongues.
He dabbles.
I do have tongues though, so I can't.
I
can cast
was gonna
tongues on
say
myself.
I have that too, and I could put it on you.
Yeah, so I can cast tongues and then do it.
Okay.
Perfect. But on that note,
All right.
We'll call it there then,
Sign us off.
and change our minds for next time.
Yes.
go to Candlekeep.
All right.
All right. Thank you,
Level,
everyone.
right?
Good session.